Right. Oh, oh. Four players. We've leaving relatively soon, I believe. Good to go. So, after an interesting confrontation with Jack the Ripper, you got a clue in Greek, I seem to recall. Yeah. Managed to translate to the Library of Light. Then you were contacted by Mina Harker, and but yeah, you were then contacted by Mina Harker, and basically being required for a delicate and important mission. You must meet with the Rosicrucians and attempt to win them back to the Ripper's cause. Jack the Ripper's resurrection and Jonathan's murder have shaken many of Mina's convictions, and she's worried that there are hard times ahead. It's her belief that the Rippers will soon need all the help they can get, and the Rosicrucians must be returned. Oh. The information that Mina's been given is that the exiled faction has mastered a new brand of magic to replace their lost angelic powers. The unspoken fear is that they may end up siding with the Cabal if the heroes are unsuccessful. If you're unsuccessful, sorry, I was reading the wrong bit there. If you're unsuccessful, they could end up being on the wrong side, which is the concern. You've made an appointment. She's made an appointment for you to meet with some certain high Rosicrucians in Paris. You will represent the Rippers, and you'll have to leave at the next tide. Mission has three main objectives: sound out the Rosicrucians regarding a return to the Rippers, discover if they have any information about Jack the Ripper, find out if they know how he could have been returned from the dead, and if they know of any way to reverse the process. You guys.
It's all Greek to me. I think I must have missed last session. I don't remember Greek hints.
It was the very end of it. We showed up at the brothel, thought Jack. Plot armor saved him and got him out of the brothel, leaving that behind.
Definitely not plot armor, just immunity.
What does the Greek? How does the Greek translate? I can't.
Library of Light. No, it's library. It translates to Library of Light. There's no.
Oh, Library of Light. I think that that sounds
a cult check and a common knowledge check. I think didn't turn anything up.
Okay. I suppose my character did a common knowledge check.
Indeed.
How about science? Any chance science might kick something up?
Nope. You got to catch that boat to Paris.
We have a boat to Paris. We have to catch.
Yes, we're heading to meet the Rosicrucians to try and bring them back into the fold now that they're useful.
Well, I guess I have to put my studies on hold. My professor's not going to be happy. Oh. Well, is that our next move then? Is that are we decided? Is that what's happening?
Unless we're going off script. We can go to the we can go visit my we're gonna go oh, I can't do a German accent. We can go visit my family and we can hunt werewolves.
You certainly
I
could.
like this news. I like this subtle
Vampires.
news. I like this subtle newspaper thing on the log. That's pretty cool. Was that always there?
Yes.
No?
Sorry. On this, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was always there. Oh,
I'm getting
nice.
paranoid now. Have I not used? Have I not been using the theme? I'm sure I had. I'm gonna have to check the old videos. Yeah. I did that years ago. I got that's actually from the original Ripper's theme. Actually, then I just reused it for Ripper Resurrected because
Very nice.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so let's get some milfoy. Heading to Paris.
Yeah, I hear that.
Any
that,
stuff we
that
need to do
pastry's-
before then
I hear that pastry's better by 1,000-fold.
in Paris? Oh, by 1,000-fold. I'm sorry, I'm slow.
No worries. It's an obscure joke. So
I think it's 1,000th fold. No, I guess it's 1,000. What do I know?
hang on.
Can't.
And Southwest.
Oh.
Where's my pants? I need that.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So, you can catch a train from Waterloo and you'll head down to Southampton docks and your boat there.
Hint. Is that where the cruise ships are too?
we're gonna take the channel.
100 years, yeah. Actually, where was the channel built? Now you got me wondering. Yeah, 1994. So actually, pretty much exactly 99 years' time, you could take the channel. Yeah.
Well, we could also take it in 100 years' time.
Well, obviously, but yeah,
And it was still there.
indeed. So yeah, as I say, it's obviously you catch a train. Well, obviously, fortunately, you see, there's Epsom, is where your lodge is. You see, so you don't need to go from Waterloo. You can literally catch a train from Epsom to. Actually, yeah, ironically, you would probably have to go up to Waterloo to catch a train down to Southampton. That's fine. It's only a 25-minute. 30 minutes now. It's 25 minutes. I don't know what it would be on Steam, actually. All I know is the trains have got slower in this country for some reason over the years. But anyway, I found a really old timetable that showed me it takes 5 minutes longer to travel the distance I ran over. So anyway, yeah, you can head down from head down Waterloo straight to Southampton. You can catch the tide and be in. See, that'll get you to probably Calais or Boulogne, I don't know which. And then obviously you can take a train from there to Paris. So basically, if you head out now, you should be in Paris by midday tomorrow.
Okay. We do so.
Since the bennies are since on players you are low, better let the bennies flow. Very much, very true, Tango. There we go.
Woo, woo, woo. Thank you. I can already tell it's gonna be a tough session.
So yes, basically, you've obviously lodging has been arranged. You're staying in a respectable hotel. It's not going to be highly exclusive and expensive, but it's deliberately been picked to be sort of more low key and therefore a little more easy to come and go from. If there is any
A little more
problems.
discreet.
Discreet, that was the word I couldn't think of. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Indeed. So basically, having arrived at the hotel and sorted out your lodgings, it's about midday and you find yourself in Paris. The arranged meeting on the Champs-Elysees is in 6 hours' time. So you've got 6 hours to.
Oh, I guess I will go find some friends or family.
I'd say you've got 6 hours to kill if you want to go sightseeing or pick up any or do any sort of hunting or just obviously take a rest. It's really up to you guys.
No, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you saying
Yes.
you're going to see the family. I'm just talking to the others.
Okay.
Yeah, we can always go see the tower.
I don't
was the
think that's
world's
been
first-
built yet. That's a 19th century thing.
Is it?
1995. The Eiffel Tower is most certainly there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it was built for the World's Fair. Yeah, let's go look at that.
Basically built from a building from 1887 to 1889. So it's been there 6 years at this point.
Brand new.
Brand new, indeed.
It's probably not even crowded yet.
Indeed. Obviously, if
Now,
obviously,
what won't be there is the Arc de Triomphe.
it's true. This is what you think of the Champs-Elysees.
Because that was World War II, right?
It's
World War I,
Napoleon.
excuse me. It was? Well,
Maybe or not. I could be wrong. I'm looking it up now. Monument. Yeah, you're right. Until the
Charles de Gaulle, World War I.
yeah, what Charles de Gaulle World War One. What am I thinking of? I mean, there's multiple arches. London's got multiple ones as well. Isn't there? Anyway, I only had one built, but maybe that one. Yeah, right. No Arc de Triomphe. Anyway, obviously, visiting your family can. I don't know if that's going to be an enjoyable or
Oh, no.
unpleasant
no,
or standard in period.
1836.
Yeah, of course. It's on the plastic.
They just stuck the
Bastards.
unknown soldier
Mixed
under there.
results. I'm the eccentric.
Yeah.
I always have the best stories, but I'm the worst example. Not the type of things that a nobleman should do.
That's okay. Well, as I say, you'll have an afternoon with your relatives. Obviously, as you say, it could be good, bad. I know everything in between, but relatively uneventful from a dice rolling perspective. However, those that decided to visit the Eiffel Tower, as you arrive, you find the famous landmark surrounded by police with a wide cordon around the area.
I thought our first order of business was Milfoy. What happened to Milfoy?
Tatsuya is going to go up to one of the police that are nearby. Excuse me, sir. I am traveling from very far away, and I'm wondering how long the Eiffel Tower will be closed, and can you tell me why?
No speakity English.
They're French. They probably don't speak French. Sorry, I mean,
What?
yes, I'm going back to sleep. I know what you meant. Yes. I'm I'm going to. So I've suddenly realised you weren't talking about yourself. Anyway, I'm just going to go and just crawl into a pit somewhere and die of embarrassment. Anyway, anyway, a bit of translation going back and forth. You ascertain that apparently anarchists have threatened to blow up the tower, and the authorities are taking no chances. Can I have all four of you make a notice check?
Oh. Somebody made their notice.
What time of the day is
I
this?
tell everybody.
It was mid-afternoon. It's just after midday when you leave the hotel, I should say.
No, the notice check.
The notice check for you it will be as you're sort of leaving the hotel area. For everyone else, it will be at different times during the day. It's just really see how many people make it. But no, that's absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about. I wouldn't worry. Nothing to see. Nothing to worry about. But unfortunately, with your chance to visit the Eiffel Tower curtailed, obviously, as I say, you've still got other chances. If you want to head anywhere else, obviously you can. But apparently, the Eiffel Tower is closed today due to concerns about anarchists. But otherwise, seeing your family and travelling around the streets of Paris, you find a relatively uneventful. Eventually, you.
The evening will change. I'll take my nephews out for on a drinking adventure. I have to maintain the.
No, you won't. They'll take you out for one. Isn't the drinking age in France like really low? There is no drinking age in France.
I don't know about, but they're probably not a drinking age anywhere
I think
back
it was
then.
a drinking age back then. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh.
I will help them, but I will take them to, like, the fun ones that they're not supposed to go to.
Indeed, yes. You might be turning up slightly late to the meeting, but very happy. The rest
Take
of
'em
you.
to the Moulin Rouge.
Well, I know a good pastry place. I've heard of a good pastry place near the Eiffel Tower.
Well, that's okay. You can all head there. But
Yeah, let's do that. We can have cafe.
as I say, after an enjoyable but relatively, based on some of your characters, I suspect, uneventful afternoon, you finally head to you finally all join back up together in a private room of a small restaurant just off the Champs-Elysees. There you meet with the contingent of Rosicrucians, basically deigned to arrive. They are quite bitter as they see it about being hounded out of the Rippers by closed minds and prejudice, especially after everything they've done for the organisation, but obviously out of respect for mutual.
That was
working
how
together.
long ago were they hounded out?
Just wondering that myself. Midges.
Several years, 8 or 10 years, I want to say.
Yeah, I'm not entirely. I've never actually worked out the exact timeline between the original Rippers and the new one. It might. I don't. They may well have put one in the original. So the Rosicrucians. Here we go. Enraged by his monarch's rejection. Yeah, John Dee, wasn't it? Yeah, Dr. John Dee was court astrologer to the Queen. He founded the Rosicrucians. Century Jack, the Order of St. George, things fall apart, and the Ripper psychosis, Jack the Ripper, the Cabal, Van Helsing's heroes, a troubled peace. Here we go. A troubled peace. In the aftermath of the blood-lepping, the Rippers took pause. Many members drifted away from the organisation, horrified by what they had witnessed and done. This is when you defeated the Cabal and defeated Dracula and took down Jack the Ripper. With evil driven back and seemingly under control, the imminent danger appears to have passed. Ripper membership dwindled across the globe. Lodges closed as they found fewer monsters to battle, and their factions within the organisation began to debate how to proceed. Within this introspection came division. Once again, the subject of the use of Ripper tech and of magic came to the fore. Without doubt, the technology had been instrumental in defeating the Cabal, but at what cost? And why had basically so much faith been put into the magic of the Rosicrucians when Van Helsing had been so against it? While claims about internal damnation and devilry were put forward and rejected, the controversy threatened to split the Rippers apart. In the end, the Rosicrucians once again broke away from the Rippers in a bitter feud about religion, magic, and Ripper tech. Many Rosicrucians claimed their angelic magic had failed, leaving them bereft of power. Others claimed this was impossible as their power was divinely inspired. Whatever the truth of the sudden reversal of fortunes, their departure from the Rippers caused speculation to run wild. What could have caused such a calamity, and were the Rosicrucians to ever be trusted again? Obviously, times have changed, because here you are. While some members of the ancient order remained in touch with the Rippers, and probably some may still be there on low-key efforts, that's basically how it fell apart there. They lost their magic, and obviously, but it would appear they claimed they regained their power through some means, and obviously here you are. You.
Good evening, or good day, gentlemen. Nod, sit down. Have coffee and crumpets, croissants, whatever's ready.
Indeed, yes, there is. Yeah, obviously you're in a private room at the back of the restaurant. There are, you say pastries available to begin. They obviously the Rosicrucians. There's three of them. Their names are. They do give their names, but they're not necessarily important to the pertinence of this adventure, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But
Okay. It's like, good evening, gentlemen, or good day, gentlemen. How have you been?
Obviously, conversation is polite and cordial, although, as I say, you can tell there is some. Basically, I think what you've got here, you've got the one who's obviously being sociable and being amenable. You've obviously got another one who appears to be more bitter, twisted, and jaded. He's obviously the older member, possibly more senior, but he's allowing the younger one to talk on his behalf. And the third one is just quiet and obviously absorbing and taking everything in. Unbelievably, they thank you and appreciate everything. That's appreciate the time being taken to have this meeting, but they wish to cut to the chase, as it were, and establish what
Look, now that the time has now that memories have faded some for others, and you don't seem to be in quite such a vulnerable state. People are, and there's an excuse. People are looking to bring you back into the fold.
This does seem to, as I say, the old and jaded one. Obviously, is very like obviously there's obviously something going on. You obviously need us all again. Typical, isn't it? When you don't need us, you throw us out, and then as soon as things go wrong, you want us back.
You were used as scapegoats. I was of the opinion that we should assist you and see why your magic had failed. But people needed an scapegoat, a reason to alleviate their guilt, and they shifted it onto you. No arguments there.
Does he get empathy? Does he get uppity at the mention that his magic has failed? Does he say it hasn't failed or anything like that?
They're not saying much on that front. They don't definitely allude to it in any way, shape, or form.
So, anyways, in case you haven't heard, someone performed some devilish. What would a devilish what would count as a
Ritual.
miracle as versus by a devil?
Devilish ritual.
We assume a devilish ritual. Maybe a mixture of ritual and ripper tech. But if you haven't heard, somebody has somehow resurrected, most likely through infernal means, Jack the Ripper.
Yes, Dr. Jack has proven that he is back, and we are very concerned as to how this happened.
But now is a good time, especially since there's rumors that you have resolved the issues that your order was having, to see about bringing you back into the fold.
The mention of Jack the Ripper as return does show alarm on all three faces opposite you, and you can tell that the younger, more amenable faced individual wants to know more, but he's cut off at this point by the older, more irascible fellow who basically says, Yes, that's. We will get on to that, but what I want to know is, you're obviously, and that makes more sense for us to. What are the reasons why you wish for us to come back? Jack the Ripper, if he truly has returned, would indeed be a formidable foe, and therefore the use of magic and our magic would obviously be
He proved
helpful
quite
for you. But we have
resistant. He proved quite resistant.
indeed we will discuss. But I feel that right now, the most important thing is to sort out the concessions that will be taken by the Rippers if we decide to rejoin you. It's very straightforward. All I require, at the very least, is apologies from the senior members of the Order St. George and the Witch Hunters. You get us those, we'll return.
The Order of St.
Apologies?
George and the what?
Witch Hunters.
Oh, witch hunters. Now,
Yeah,
didn't
the
they
two that
disavow?
basically- Yeah,
Didn't the
basically-
Rosicrucians disavow Ripper Tech?
No.
It says they disavowed it.
Wow. No, the Rippers did. The Order of St. George were always against Ripper Tech.
No, I mean
as a rule.
Rosicrucians.
Yeah, no, the
I mean, the
Rosicrucians were all in. Basically, the witch hunters accuse them of devilry and witchcraft, obviously, to do magic in the first place, which the Rosicrucians always said was angelic power. And the Order of St. George was decrying the use of Rippertech, which again the Rosicrucians would use sometimes to enhance their magical abilities.
And they created Ripper Tech, according to this. They invented it.
Well, actually, it was Dr. Jack, what we now know as Jack the Ripper.
Jack the
who
Ripper
invented it.
actually invented Rippertech.
Oh.
When he was a good guy,
Okay.
and before basically Jack the Ripper was one of the ones who founded the Rippers. Basically pioneered the use of Rippertech. Unfortunately, there is a known problem with injecting monster parts into your body. You can lose all sense of sanity and self-worth, and suffer what's known as a ripping psychosis, and that's what happened to Jack the Ripper. He went from being a good guy to a baddie.
I look at them and it's like, is that really all you want?
At the very least, apologies, yes.
Okay, good. So, apparently, I hate to do this, but you obviously are going to need the device. All right. So you have what is called a power of position. You have something that other people want. You are in the position to give it or retain it. So what you want to do is you want to start above what you actually want. And then they can negotiate you down and you get what you actually want by sacrificing the stuff
Yes,
you
but
don't care about.
agreed. But
So,
if what you said is
besides the
true and
ability-
magical and the amount of magic involved to resurrect our old enemy is astounding, and
which
to
I
be honest,
understand,
also scary.
but still,
Therefore, we are not going to. I don't think you appreciate the risks involved here. I think the issue is if everything you say is true, this is not a time for for big negotiations.
you
All I
can't
need
make
is
it
their
too-
apologies, and we're back. Simple as that.
look, you can't make it too easy. People will be suspicious of you. So traditionally, you go between each other like 3 times. You make an offer, they make an offer. You go down, they come up. You go down, they come up, and that gets you basically where you want in the middle. So you should add some. I understand that it's an important time, but if it's too easy, people will disrespect you, not take you as seriously as they need to. So you should add some additional demands so that we can say that we worked you down, and then we will come out close to what
That
you
sounded like
actually.
that just sounded like an explosion.
I need everyone to
Don't
make
we-
an athletics check as all the windows shatter, and you are all thrown to the floor. It's only only decides whether for the record, just to let you know, if you fail the check, you count as being surprised on the first round. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, in that case, Tatsu will take
Bollocks.
any back. I just wanted to avoid damage.
Okay.
I just wanted to finish my milfoy.
I'm afraid the table's been knocked over. So, using an abstract map of the Champs-Elysees to give you the idea that basically the whole side of the restaurants, basically there's been a very loud explosion. Half the restaurants come down, the windows have shattered. There's screaming and shouting, and everyone's very upset. Let me see now. Tatsuya is surprised. Tom actually critically failed and does suffer bumps. Is injured by broken glass.
Okay. Carl is gonna Benny then.
No,
Sorry,
Tom
Mr.
only
Benny.
critically failed, so that's okay. Franz is okay. So I just
got
Cole.
Paul.
Yep, Cole's on hold as well at the moment. If you want to Benny that.
Oh, so I am Benny. Okay. So
Well, it's up to you. You're either on hold or you can attempt to.
I Bennied, but so now I'm not injured, correct?
Oh, you were never going to be injured. It's whether you're surprised or not as basically you're attacked.
I thought you said if you roll a 1, you're.
No, critical
injured.
fail. No, critical fail.
Oh, can I have my Benny back? Sorry.
I'll be nice this once. Okay, so yeah, here we go. I'll share the map. As I say, it's an abstract map using the Champs-Elysees map. And yeah, so Tom is prone.
We doing a chase, are we?
No, I'm just using. I couldn't. I thought rather than faff around with a proper combat map, I'd just use a map of where you are for fun. It's because the idea is you'll have basically you're being attacked on the streets of Paris, basically using a map of Paris because why not?
Oh, so it wasn't the Eiffel Tower that blew up.
No, very much not. It's the restaurant on the Champs-Elysees. The whole just got bombed. The restaurant you were in got bombed. In fact, all this isn't here, so I'll just delete it. Okay.
I look at our counterparts. Are they all right?
They are, for the sake of argument, they are down and out for the count. Makes my life easier. Okay. Okay, so basically running in through the hole in the wall.
We do our spirit check real quick.
Spirit check? Oh, yes, of course you can. I
Initiative
apologise. Of course you can. Because if you're surprised, you can't actually use your tactical advantage.
Not this round.
You're getting-
Get all my
you get-
bad rolls out of the way.
You get one card. That's 7 of diamonds.
Oh well.
You only make a
Turns out
spirit.
you have
You only
really
make a
shitty
spirit check
dice
if you
rolls.
have specific Ripotech at the start of combat. Not everyone makes a spirit check.
Turns out if you have really
No,
shitty
I've got
dice
hidden
rolls,
Ripotech.
it's not that much of an advantage to have this Ripper deck. Does that say Vatican agent?
It does.
Yes.
It should. I should have hidden them, but it doesn't matter. Okay. He fires at the prone Tatsuya, even with who he had the basically. Tatsuya's shot as the guy comes through the window. He just takes a shot and hits Tatsuya as he's picking himself up off the floor.
Shooting people.
He's probably shooting from a building opposite, I would say, actually, logically speaking. But I mean, it's all relative. I'm not going to worry about the terrain and all that.
Is it a book depository?
I just wanted a nice little map of the area and just let you guys have a fight out. You know, it's easy that way. This guy is going to basically just run, get a better position on you all. There we go. He gets through. That gets us to the Bartholomew. You can see, obviously, looking out the window, you can see figures. No, it's
Yeah,
a
I
battle
know.
in the streets of Paris.
Panic on the streets of
And
Paris.
the idea of not using a map means it also gives you narrative freedom of if you consider that you want to take cover or do stuff, you can do it because without an actual map to decide what the actual environment is, you can have fun with it. So Bartholomew, over to you, sir.
I will throw out a bunch of my sticky grenades. 2, Laura, 5. You said they're like across the street?
They're probably in different buildings, yes. From the if you look at the distances, you look at the distances, they're probably, you know what I mean.
Well, we're doing it. I'm
Abstract,
assuming
of
it's just
course.
like positioning it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
If we're using like the theater of the mind, that's why I'm
Yes.
saying like
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I were doing that, I'm going to use the rules off of the theater of mind in there. So
Yeah, agreed.
I'll go for a large burst template. I'll go for a range just to cover it. So that's 5, 6, 7 to make it tough, just because things
First
are that.
templates, a total of 3 targets, isn't it?
4. That's why it's large burst template. Oh, whoops.
Smalls 2, yeah, 3, 4, I can't count.
Yes.
Nice.
So they are bound. It is tough, meaning it's a hardness 10.
Times 3.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'll like take cover behind a counter or something.
Good to me. Yeah, as I say, we're not worried too much about distance. So.
Well, I'm just saying like cover.
Exactly, theatre of the mind, exactly. I'm just moving things for the idea of movement rather than anything else. So it's all relative. You can get as close and far as you want, theatre of the mind and all that fun. Okie dokie. So you've entangled them, haven't you? With toughness, you said you
Bound
increased
them.
it. Bound them,
Found
yeah.
them since I got a raise.
Did you say you increased the toughness though? Sorry.
Yes, I made it as if they try to just break it, they need 10 damage to break it.
It's a big increase from the standard, isn't it? 5. That's good. Okay, toughness 10 it is.
I paid for it, so
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. It's just because obviously in Pathfinder, but I think it's 8 and 10. Well, quite a big difference between 5 and 10.
well, I don't want them getting away.
It's all good. No, it's all good. Right, Vatican agent number 1.
Why did you skip me?
I don't know.
Yep, you did skip friends.
I don't know why it skipped France. Sorry.
So
He's a skippable fellow.
I
He can't
so
even argue it. He can't even argue it.
I knew you're gonna interrupt me again. Okay, for a fourth time. How high up is the guy that was shooting at us?
Well, he's probably across the street from you. How high up is he? Theatre of the Mind. Have fun with it.
He's in the third story.
Sounds good to me. Go for it.
So I'm gonna pull him out the window using telekinesis.
Oh, go for it.
So I'll target. Which one is that? Number 5?
Technically it was 4, but go for it. But obviously, if you want it to be number 5, you can make it number 5. You see, number 5 was
No, I'll
on.
make it
You
number
saw
4.
running.
I just
You,
started with him.
number 5 was the guy who was running across the rooftops to get a better vantage point. So
Oh, okay.
make it-
I'll target him then. That's fine.
yay, let's blow up Paris, fighting the Vatican fanatics. If they get caught, they say they're enacting St. Bartholomew's Day massacre. Ooh, clever.
Here we go. So he gets to resist. Spirit, isn't it? Oh. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. Unopposed spirit roll, so yeah, he only got a 7, so therefore it doesn't beat your 9. So he is affected. All right. So I'll just pull him 10 feet to the middle of the road.
Okay, so you have telekinetic strength D. Here we go. Okay, so EMG 6. 3 flights. Yep, that's a very sudden stop.
Nice. All right.
He gets to experience gravity until the road decides to terminate his movement. Okay. See if he can cut himself free. Ooh, he does. But that didn't take his action, but he does completely cut himself free. Having seen the first one do it, the second one's going to try the same thing and fail miserably. Hang on. The actual roll, I didn't do the damage there. I apologise. I might have to retcon that. Let's try that again.
He looks over at the other guys. How did you do that?
Yeah. And the third one's going to attempt to do the same thing and fail miserably. That gets us to the end of the round, and everyone who was on hold is now recovers, being a bit shook up by the blast. And Tom, you are a bit battered, cut and bruised, and lying prone. Over to you, sir.
Well, are these guys shooting at us?
One of the guy was shooting.
were.
They did plant a bomb on the side of your building.
Which one did I see shooting?
The entangled one.
Oh, only one of them's entangled?
Well, I'm not going to bother. Not going to bother getting up. I'll just shoot him.
Fair enough.
Stay prone. Gives me some cover. It was deliberate. It's all part of my plan.
Go for it. Good, you're reminding it. Don't really care. I'm just going to make it really. Gunfire on the streets of Paris. Shoot.
Nice.
No.
That's a bit more.
And then I
That's
will remain on the floor and pass my turn.
okay. Carl, likewise, is you basically the ringing in your ears is slowly dying down, and you basically find yourself lying on the floor covered in glass, but unharmed. In other than that,
Well, first thing I do is glance around for my milfoy,
okay.
but then I get my bearings and I realize it's probably I'll have to buy a new one. That's okay. And then I try to figure out what are we up to? Two dead agents and 2 living agents attacking the restaurant. Is that what's happening? Is that the
Looking
current
around,
status?
you can see 2 people on a balcony opposite you, basically all tangled up. Yes.
Okay, Carl is going to try and make his way over to the balcony using cover. I don't know how
Okay.
complicated that is, but that's what he's trying to do.
Well, how do you want to do it? I mean, you're picture the mind.
Is the
Describe
balcony
it.
is the balcony across the street?
Yeah.
Or is it on somewhere? Okay.
Yeah, across the street.
Well, then
No,
I'll
no.
make my way out to a carriage.
Yeah.
Taking cover behind the carriage, and then I'll try to look at anything that would provide cover to cross the street.
Okay.
And if there is, I'll try and get across the street below, under protection below the balcony, so they can't easily target me.
Looks good to me. And I think the easiest thing to say there is make an athletics check for keeping low and moving carefully, and then you get to the other side. If you get across the street without any incident, as you can imagine, people are running and screaming all over the place. However, what you're trying, I'm going to basically pretend that this version of Paris has fire escapes like they seem to always do in American movies. You're just unable to jump up high enough to pull that fire escape ladder down so you can get up to the balcony level. But you then decide that maybe the thing to do is enter the building and run up the stairs, at which point you just head inside the building. Unless you want to spend a penny and try again.
Inside the building sounds good.
Okay. You basically, you realise you're not going to make it, rush inside the building and run up the stairs.
I will say that Carl is beginning to realize that he needs to be in better shape if he's going to be serious about this kind of stuff.
I think there's a gymnasium. Have you got a gymnasium yet? You could always get a gymnasium at your lodge.
Okay.
I think it's an option, isn't it? A gym.
Sounds good to me.
Franz.
Gymnasium.
Carl has run across the road into the other building. Let's put him on the first floor and put these guys on the second floor, just for the sake of visualization. Cole's running up the stairs as we speak. Franz, over to you, sir.
Oops, sorry.
Since he's running into danger and they seem to be shooting at him.
They are both tied up at the moment. But one, I think they were. Well, one might not be now. I think one might have cut it. One's cutting himself free, and the other one is still in trapped up.
Okay, he's cutting himself free.
Did he already try, or is he just in the process of it?
Narratively speaking, he's still getting free. I mean, on his go, he will be free and able to act. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so he has weapons.
They both had rifles. Yes, bayonets on them.
Wow, what they got? Brownings.
This is rifle.
So the one, let's say 2 is the one that's getting free.
Two is
One.
the one.
One is
Math is
one's the
hard.
one.
2.
Yeah, one is the
Two is
one
the
that's
one.
getting free.
One is the two.
Yeah. What number? Vatican agent number 1 has escaped his bonds. In terms of game rules, but narratively speaking, won't actually be free until his next action, if that makes sense.
And how close is he to a window?
They're both up on the balcony because they were basically they were going to shoot through the wreckage of the restaurant you're in when they got entangled. So
All right, so I think we want to keep these people alive, or at least one. So I'm going to rip the barrel out of his hands.
you're going to get across there and make a nice athletics check to vault to the top, on top of that carriage that on top, basically grab hold of that as fire escape that may or may not exist in Paris, and vault and clamber up there. Go for it.
No, to use telekinesis to do it.
Oh, telekinesis! Of course you can make a telekinetic strength roll to literally just sort of, basically bounce yourself off the ground to give yourself the ability to jump up. Why not? Equal and opposite reactions and all that. So you push it down against the ground to rise yourself into the air.
Well, no, what I'm saying is I just want to grab the gun out of his hands.
Grab the gun out of his hand. I misunderstood you.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were being more.
Sure hope you don't pull him off the balcony and kill him.
One hopes.
Go for it. Let's make that a suppose strength test then. Go for it.
This is under
Using your
traits.
telekinetic strength 12.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You got a 10.
Did I not have him targeted?
Yeah, you got him targeted. Strength doesn't run, the strength tests don't happen to seem to go on these fast tests because I suppose they're not skills. Oh, wow.
All right. Well, can't win them all.
I suspect what's actually happened is this. The problem is obviously he's not stronger than your telekinetic strength. Unfortunately, the sticky grenades glued the gun to his arm, so he literally just basically you nearly pull him over the balcony. He basically uses his feet to push himself back and stops him and the gun being ripped off the balcony. Is how I'm going to say narratively that happens. Why not? And yeah. Let you end your turn so we don't have any accidental skippages. On to Sir Bartholomew.
Let me see. I need to double check something. Cardinal Richelieu, secret faction, doesn't have a name. His faction didn't have a name, right?
Not that you were told by when you had that chat. No, the laying of the foundation stone.
Look, didn't you fellows learn that you're always going to lose to the Musketeers?
Oh, shit.
I don't think they did. Oh, I think in their religious fervor for defeating the evil that they foresee you Rippers as, they're obviously probably not fazed by your attempt to persuade them otherwise.
Well, really, it should have been, I guess, unskilled for taunt or intimidation.
Persuasion can do it, you know. I mean, persuasion can take people from hostile down to uncooperative. So if you could have pulled it off, it could have worked. It was a good attempt. See what Tatsuya does. All for one, Benny's must flow. I agree. with a Musketeer reference in Paris, it deserved one. I was tempted, but I thought I'm sure someone out there would give one instead.
Thank you.
Okay, Tatsuya is going to jump up the fire escape because Tatsuya likes to do those fun and athletic things. Did I need the raise?
No, just a success. problem at all.
Okay.
So picking yourself up, you jump through the hole in the ground, hole in the wall, and basically
Does the fire
Actually, put me
escape
up.
lower itself? Does it like
yes.
turn into a ladder?
Yes, as I say, I've decided they obviously whoever built this building used the same plans they have in America. So, and all I've got to base that on is every TV show I've ever seen where people try and jump up onto a fire escape by reaching for the ladder. So whether that's really true or not, and it's only unique to one American city, I don't know. Of course, that's all I've ever seen.
What kind of neighborhood are we in? A decent one or
Well, you're
lower scale one?
you're on the Champs-Elysees, so you're probably being attacked from the next road over or something. So it's probably
We're
some
near-
Decent quality. Okay, so no need about the fire escapes coming off the building.
No, indeed not. I'm not that cruel today. Let's see. Obviously got up there, but obviously he's having a. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I did the whole flishy, flashy thing to try and impress him. This will be non-lethal.
Okay, I'm going to point out I forgot to remove the prone from you, but it didn't affect your first 2 rolls, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, and that was made non-lethal damage.
And then I will turn around and face the other guy and say, "You are next."
Okay, well, you've knocked him out, so I will leave him go for now. This guy is going to multi-action. First action is going to attempt to cut himself loose of the bindings, which he does. Second action, he's basically going to stick you with the bayonet at the end of his rifle, and miss. Even if he did target his buddy by mistake. Okay. And the third round begins with Tom going first again. My word,
We're getting really good on these card draws.
Tom keeps getting the aces today. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my card and give it to Carl.
Are we trying not to kill these guys or what?
You give your card to Carl.
Because
Yep.
Yes.
I don't really do non-lethal bullets.
Okay. I don't. Why are you giving it to Carl? I'm sorry. I'm just
Then
not.
don't non-lethal him. I mean,
So you make a called shot to his arm so that he can't shoot anymore, stating that you're only attempting to injure him rather than kill him. And do
No,
it
they're
as like,
terrorists.
Yeah, the problem is Carl doesn't have a gun.
no, they're fanatics.
Carl doesn't have a gun.
No,
Carl,
don't worry.
Carl.
Zoe, cross-reference. Two conversations going on at the same time. Don't worry about it. The conversation about giving you a card is complete.
Did I get him?
Well, you didn't do a cool shot beforehand, so I'm going to say you shoot the first one.
No, I didn't. I just said it. I didn't try. I aimed for his arm, honest.
Shoot first,
Sorry, you said
aim
it
later.
too late.
Shoot
Right, now
first,
I'm going
aim
to do
later.
a cool shot to this geezer's leg or his arm.
Well, the other
yeah?
guys,
Now I'm gonna do
the other guys have been knocked out.
Oh, there you go then. That's it. They're all unconscious. Good. I won't bother it.
well, actually, you took out the guy that was knocked out.
Oh, I'm going to be nice and assume that isn't the case. Do you know what I mean?
Good to
Neither
see
did
you
I.
from that distance. Yeah, I shot the other guy. I shot the
Yeah.
guy that was awake. Yeah.
I'm going to say, obviously, he wouldn't hit the guy that was lying down and not moving. He'd hit the guy that just tried to stab you. So, from a narrative point of view, if he targets the wrong one, I don't mind. So, okay, you have got one. You've managed to capture one. The Rosicrucians at this point are picking themselves up. Good afternoon,
Couple of
Riga. How are you, sir?
brush him off. It's like, sorry about that. Religious fanatics, you know how it is.
Indeed.
Do they have any identification or any hint of where they came from? I mean, I know we saw the thing in the combat tracker, but is there any identification
There's
or
no,
any hints? Any trappings that give us a hint? whom they belong to?
Possibly.
Do I do a notice?
Please do.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's good enough. I don't seem to be rolling very well.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm gonna basically every single one of them. Every single one of them is
Carrying a cross around their neck or something?
well, no, actually, basically now you examine the bodies. Every single one of them has got sort of like a sort of thick cloak and coat over the top of their clothing to help conceal themselves. But underneath, each of them's wearing the uniform of the Swiss Guard.
The Swiss Guard? You mean the guards for the Pope?
Yep.
Oh. Well, that's kind of explicit going around Paris.
Yep. Upon one of them, you find a written order dated. Basically, you find a written order that's dated 2 weeks ago and signed Enrico. Basically, stating that he is now convinced that the individual group known as the Rippers are back to their old devil worship and things that should not be tolerated, and therefore, in the name of God, they are to be silenced. Here that he wrote that before you confronted him. Decided to jump repeatedly onto Tom's bullets.
Well, I'm going to grab one of those letters. Carl will grab one of those letters.
Yeah. So whether or not these actual individuals or the actual fanatics or were sent here by a fanatic is more likely they were just following orders, being told to deal with it. But they could also be part of the splinter cell. But they do appear to be wearing the uniforms, Swiss Guard underneath, which will probably cause some sort of interesting political incident when the bodies are discovered later on. However, as you're sort of examining the piece of you and Tatsuya are examining the piece of paper from the other side of the street, you notice that a young fellow has run into the back restaurant where you were meeting with the Rosicrucians. He basically looks around in shock and horror at the chaos, and then there's a look of relief on his face as he sees his three fellow Rosicrucians appear to be unharmed. It even gives a nod to you as the rest of you, because he obviously correctly assumes that you saved them, potentially. And he goes...
to be clear, this is like a cafe. There wouldn't be any beer.
Indeed.
A glass of wine.
Yeah. The young lad then sort of bows his head at the oldest of the three Rosicrucians. It says, "Monsieur, the Egyptian Museum is being looted."
Oh boy.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Oh. Those
Come
guys
on,
just
lad.
disappeared.
Let's go cause the diplomatic incident.
And discover one elsewhere. So how far away is the Egyptian Museum? Is it on the map?
So I'm just okay. It's not on the map. I'm not sure if there is one. It's obviously it might be it's probably going to be along. I'm going to say it's along the river. Yeah, why not?
Okay. I hail a cab so we get there closer, faster.
Certainly, no problem. No problem at all.
Excuse me.
Does it need another?
Download. It's like, look, lads. Seems like it's going to be a troublesome day. Find somewhere, pull yourself up, and avoid any trouble if you can.
Does the boy want to come with us since we're grabbing a cab?
No, he's going to stay with the Rosicrucians, but the three of them go. But the oldest one, as you head off, goes basically looks at you and goes, "Give me those apologies. We'll fight by your side." Obviously, as you head out the door, he doesn't mean now. He means going forwards. Okay, so the
Now,
museum.
the question: how much authority did we have for negotiating?
Not a lot. Nobody gave us any authority.
Well,
It's
we
all
were sent here as
persuasion, apparently.
representatives to court them. So the question is, how much authority
We
did we
didn't
have?
ask.
Were we given?
No, you just take back the terms. I wouldn't. You're okay on that score. You don't have to promise anything now. You just have to. You'll take back their terms back to the back. You know what I mean?
Okay,
He
I'll have
just
to
wants
do some
apologies.
research.
Yeah. Just going to go poop.
All right,
And
so
some-
they'll need
I just break
assistance
something?
in making. They'll need assistance with their demands. Okay.
Are we taking a 5-minute break?
Yes, I think we are.
Okay.
Am I? Is there going to be like
Because I
some
need-
resting period where Tome the Chevre de Paix gets his
You might.
fatigue gone?
But you need to spend a couple. You just need an hour's downtime. So it's up. You're not going to get that yet. I've just
Is it vampire
realised.
with regeneration.
I'm just gonna, right. I just
Okay, back in 5.
it's okay. I just need to bounce Fantasy Grounds in a sec. So just give me a second. Yep,
I'll be back in 5.
up there.
Okay.
Right, there we go. And then F2 that.
Very cool.
I've somehow managed to not. It seems I've accidentally. Oh, Jimmy Bunker disconnected.
I thought you was kicking it.
I will be kicking it. Don't worry.
Right, so I'm just getting ahead of the game.
You're just you're being proactive. I appreciate. Okay, modules. Yeah, no. Basically, I've done something, and it would appear that I'm missing a module. So I just need to. Let's put the module in there. So I just need to bounce Fantasy Grounds very quickly. Bounce Fantasy Grounds very quickly. Should be coming back up any second now. Problem is, my versions of the Rippers modules are slightly different to the ones that are in the vault right now. So I have to jump through some hoops to override the vault, and yeah, I haven't finished fixing. I haven't finished fixing the changes yet. So I don't, the version I'm using isn't fit for proper release. So I have to jump through some hoops sometimes, make it work. Okay.
Broke it.
Then I'm having. Oh, there's the game. There's the Sway Games Masters Guide. It's very. I don't know what it is, but Paul is very finicky about what it lets me overwrite and not overwrite. So these days I've got me. I have a script that basically strips out the modules from the vault I don't want. As a GM, how do you know how many extras to put into party per player? Well, these ones it usually tells me. Usually I fudge it. There are clever ways to do it. I think after a while you just get an idea, and what you will find sometimes if you watch me doing some of my fights, sometimes you'll see me randomly deleting bad guys off the map because I've decided I might have fudged it the wrong way, or I want to speed the fight up. Anyway, Fantasy Grounds is back up if you want to reconnect.
Isn't the guideline is 3 extras per player in it or something?
Yeah, but yes, but also it depends on the level of the characters, doesn't it? So yeah, I usually
And
go
and what kind of extras they are.
exactly. Say 2 to 3 extras per player is usually a good guideline on the assumption the extras are of comparable level of power, I would say, to the players. So if
And
obviously
a balanced party, because let's face it, if you got people short and all you got are spellcasters and ranged people, that's a different kind of composition than a party that's got melee and ranged.
indeed the worst situation to be in my opinion, in Savage Worlds is a bit almost like how it turned out with the Barbarian you were playing the other week, when most of the parties got powerful ranged attacks, and you're just you're the tank with you're the tank. It can get quite. I personally think it's I don't know if it is as a player, but I think it might be a bit frustrating because they kill everything by the time you've run across the map to hit them. So I think it also depends on how close you set the encounter. I must admit, if you've got a lot of mass killing long range characters, ambush the party, so they get this chance to wipe them out from range. But yeah, anyway, it's all
Well, one
going.
of the things I've been thinking about for that, I've been meaning to test it, is to base your throwing range off of your strength rather than just being set by the item. So that would allow a barbarian with a 10 strength to throw stuff farther than,
Well, there is an
your
edge,
spellcaster.
isn't it? The brawny edge that
There's
gives
an edge, but all that does is add a +1. It gives you a bonus towards throwing stuff, and it gives you a +1 to your short range. I mean, basing the actual, like giving people with a higher strength bonus,
Yeah,
just a straight off bonus to like their minimum throwing ranges.
Yeah, no, I like the sound of that. Yeah,
Because it doesn't make sense that a barbarian or a strong guy with a D10 strength can only throw a javelin the same distance as, a piddly spellcaster
Yeah.
with a D6 strength. And it makes it nice and easy for combat, but I really think it kind of disadvantages people who do the melee thing and then get stuck,
yes.
And so I've been thinking about it. I just haven't really sat down and kind of figured it out. Yeah.
In my experience, the simple answer is 9 times out of 10, you don't put enough. If you want to make it a challenging fight for the players, they'll just cane through them. And if you're thinking it's a relatively straightforward fight, the dice turn against them, and it gets quite nasty. Balancing is an interesting one. I do believe. I'm sure they did have an article somewhere in the past about trying to balance it, didn't it? Almost like challenge ratings, but
it's not something that's easy to do because Savage Worlds has explodey dice. You can have a goblin that gets lucky and causes 6 wounds, stabbing the guy in the butt cheek.
You got me right in the butt cheek.
But yeah, on average,
In the
2 to 3 extras per player character is usually a good fight. If they're able to mass massacre with large area of effect items or spells. So like if it was like what was it called? Acropolis, where everyone can get some really good weaponry. If you're going up against low level things and that, then yeah, you possibly even want more because they're going to pick them off at range. But yeah, and usually I'd say wild cards probably no more than half the party number. Depends. If you really want to challenge them, then yeah, give them 1 each. Whoa. To go along.
And then, because don't forget, there's all kinds of neat things you can do with extras: resilient, very resilient, hardy.
Unstoppable is my favorite these days.
That's kind of high level to give extras unless it's.
I wouldn't. Oh no, not extras. There's a World Cup thing. Unstoppable's a really good one for the big boss at the end of the adventure, because they fight all the way through, and the first person just goes, "I'll get my pea shooter out." Oh, 250 points of damage. I do like Unstoppable.
Yes, unstoppable.
Unstoppable's a great way to drag out a fight if it's going too easy, and also at the
Unless they
same
get a
time,
Joker.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, actually, in a funny way, I used to do Unstoppable before Unstoppable existed. Sometimes I used to say, well, the big bad, you can't do more than X wounds to him. He has to soak all the damage, a bit like Unstoppable. He has to soak all the damage, but if you actually not take any damage, but I'm not letting you kill him outright, because where's the fun in that? But anyway, I'm still waiting for the party. That's all good.
Did I miss anything?
You know, you can give the big bad who's got like 6 wounds unstoppable, but then if the player's got that edge that lets them do double damage on a
It's all variable.
Joker.
At the end of the day, as long as the players,
the Joker negates the unstoppable, and then the double damage goes. Whoop.
it's probably one of the things. I think 9 times out of 10, I don't. Maybe I do it without realizing anymore. These days, I just think. After a while, you get an idea of how a party will play and how they'll conflict it, and then you sort of get an idea that if I put 10 bad guys here, if I put 5 bad guys here, it'll be a 1 or 2 round fight. If I put 10 bad guys here, it might be a 3 and 4 round fight. And then that's I don't tend to think of it in terms. I just think, how long do you want the fight to go? At the end of the day, as long as the players are having fun, they don't really care. As long as they get to bully all the bad guys and have fun doing it.
In all honesty, in the end, as a GM, you're going to lose all the time, for pretty much all the time. Occasionally, you'll get to kill a player or something like that, but for the most part,
It's our job to lose.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We're always losing the GMs, isn't we? It's terrible. We should start killing our players off more often, I think. I'm going to start doing that from now on, yeah.
But the thing about it is, I must admit, I do get what does wind me up, especially quite a lot with the Savage Pathfinder one, is there's some really cool bad guys out there that you get to kill before they actually do any of their cool stuff, and that really gets me down. But then at the same time, there are times where I think I'm about to kill a player, and it's like, oh crap, I don't really want to kill the player. I like this character, so I can't win.
I don't have that mercy, but it's usually, as long as if it's a serious fight and I can get someone down to 3 wounds and have them fearing for their life, I will consider it successful. Maybe if I can get them to actually take a permanent injury or something, or something like that. But yeah, as a GM, just get to used to the fact that you're going to lose a lot, and the most successful thing is to make sure that your players still feel threatened. That's the most important thing. Your characters feel threatened.
Why did you reboot Fantasy Grounds?
He was having some kind of issue, I think.
I had to load a module that I had. Basically, the one thing that Fantasy Grounds won't do is if you've when Fantasy Grounds starts up, it sort of scans through the folders and makes a list of all the available modules it's got. And if you, for some reason you forgot to put a module in there you needed, you have to restart Fantasy Grounds before you can load the module. And what happened is I'm using custom versions of the Rippers modules because I tweak them as I find things before I upload them for the customers. But it's in a broken. I know it's a bit broken at the moment, but my personal version's got a couple of tweaks on it that I will use, but it's not properly fixed yet, so I don't want to release it. And therefore, I have to do clever things to not use the store version of the modules and use my custom version. And it's all down to the fact. It's down to the fact that I use symlinks and stuff, which makes it a little more complicated. I do things that you're not really supposed to do with the way Fantasy Grounds works. So,
got it.
It's around the table.
Now, got a question because I meant to ask you. Do you have a module with the powers that have all the effects fixed, like the actual effects for dropping on enemies fixed? Or
when you say fixed, what do you mean?
like there's okay, like my entangled does not have, only has bound and entangled. It
Oh, I see
doesn't
what you
have
mean.
like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have the
Um,
like hardness plus version.
What you need to do is go onto Discord and pester Lone Wolf because he's sort of looking after the modules at the moment. Because I have an answer to that, but it's not necessarily the answer you want to hear, if that makes sense. The answer is yes, but it's in Savage Pathfinder. It's not in Swade.
Only in Pathfinder. Okay.
Because Pathfinders are the modules I do. Swade, historically, Akil did them, but Lone Wolf has been tweaking them. So if you ask Lone Wolf nicely, he may actually go through it and do it all. But yes, I agree. It was the one when I GM'd and played, was going through Swade, the amount, the numbers that were missing for it was like, well, that annoyed me enough that when I did Pathfinder, I made sure that every single one was there that I could think of for good reason.
Okay.
So
it's only the Pathfinder ones. It's not the regular ones. Okay.
yeah, and that's just down to the fact is because I did Pathfinder, I made sure they were there. But obviously, Akil, when he's doing it, he's more focused on doing the actual code than actually doing the modules. So now Lone Wolf's been looking after
fine.
the modules. Yeah.
That's called delegate. We call it delegation in the
Indeed.
in doing
Indeed.
stuff.
Right, we're still missing someone.
I think I'm back. Yeah, I'm logged in. I got my
Franz is
character.
missing. We're missing Franz.
We're in France.
Aha! You've all. Actually, I thought I just
That's
avoided
a
Benny, but that didn't
negative-
go through.
That's a negative pun. Negative Benny.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right. Actually, I do think that's all. I do think that's true. There we go. Anyway, right, I've shared the map. You guys, you're
Okay,
outside. You're outside. You're outside. For all intents and purposes, the
That doesn't
slightly
look
more-
outside. That looks
The
inside.
Egyptian Museum.
I know the Egyptian Museum. I know it's, but for my purposes, it's outside because obviously don't have the map.
Okay. We're outside.
I know it
It's
looks
an
inside,
open
but
air.
It's an open air.
It's an
area,
open air
yeah.
museum. It's an open air. We're in the garden.
Indeed. And hopefully you can see there's a door. Yeah.
It's the precursor to the Rodin Museum, which eventually showed up there.
Look, if I borrow,
So we got a Paris
if
nerd
I borrow
here.
you
then.
and take you out there. See, look, you're in the outside. Should be. There we go.
Dallas Wilkes a London nerd, and somebody else is a Paris nerd. Okay.
Anyway, this is a map I found. The Egyptian wing, but it will do for an Egyptian map for an Egyptian museum, seeing as Rippers is notorious for providing one or two maps in the whole campaign. But anyway, there's a door in front of you. Through the door, you can. I'm going to say through the door, you can see what looks like the guards to the museum, and they appear to be unconscious.
Okay. Head in to see if we can help them and figure out what's going
Has
on.
my fatigue gone yet?
No, you haven't had an hour. You had to rush here.
Yeah.
To be honest, you'll probably have the fatigue for the rest of the adventure, if I'm honest.
One of you got an anti-fatigue power or spell or potion that can rub on my my sore?
Called relief, but no, I don't think anyone has it.
Muted Twitch? Muted?
Let's see.
Tatsuya is going to step in and around the corner to see what else is seeable.
I have a liniment, but I'm not sure if it does exactly what you need. Dos, what does dreadful liniment do? Dreadful liniment extract. It's a healing. I think it's essentially a healing potion. Would that be the thing?
No.
Okay.
Healing and relief are two separate powers. Relief is a nice support power.
What does it do? Do you remember?
There's
That
two
doesn't,
effects.
that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
Oh.
it used to remove fatigue and stuff like that.
It could be used to remove a couple of different conditions, or it could be used to negate wound and fatigue penalties.
Of course it does. Of course it still exists. It's just got
It de-
changed, isn't it?
It depends on what version you're talking about. You used to remove fatigue, and then it got changed to
Makes you ignore the effects of fatigue, doesn't it?
yeah.
Okay,
Well-
they did change it. Shaken, distracted, or vulnerable. Because I can't remove bound, entangled, or stunned.
Which kind of sucks because now there's no way to remove fatigue at all. So
Except through rest, which is okay. Yeah.
Which is kind of the purpose behind it too. So
But numb
No.
does do.
yeah, I get
Numb.
that. It's just I don't know. I think there should be something in between fatigue and
Doesn't coffee remove fatigue?
weird.
Depends
Red
on
Bull.
only if your fatigue is caused by like sleep deprivation.
Okay. Anyhow, so
your
dreadful liniment-
your fatigue is specifically, I think, bumps and bruises from the critical failure,
Yeah.
which really can only be healed
Scarlet
with
grass in my arse cheek.
time.
You have to sit down for an hour.
Can't sit down.
Oh, only an hour? Usually it's a couple of hours.
Sorry, I can't help. If dreadful liniment doesn't help, I don't have help.
Okay, thanks for having a look.
Oh, Sir Bartholomew gets the Joker. Okay, as you burst through the doors, you see a number of individuals. They appear to be basically smashing open the glass cases and reaching in to take out the artifacts within the cabinets. Sir Bartholomew,
Yeah.
you get to go first.
Do they look
Das
Swiss?
ist nicht richtig.
No, they
Das
don't.
ist los. Oh, do we need to make a spirit roll? I think we need to make a spirit roll.
Only
Why
the two
would
of
you
you
make
that
a
have the
spirit roll?
tactician edge get to make the spirit roll. Not edge, but you know what I mean. Oh, a four of spades.
Yeah, that's no good.
Oh, spirit roll.
Can I give that to the
Oh,
thugs?
Yeah,
One and
yeah,
two?
yeah, yeah.
No, you can't give it to the thugs. Ooh, success and two raises.
Are we all
Come on,
making
big
spirit
raises.
rolls?
Oh my word! What an awful set of cards you got there. You're not all making spirit rolls, no.
Oh, that's my
Well,
first
I
good
mean-
roll.
I mean,
What a
he
waste.
can if he wants to.
You can
I
if you want to.
did.
It won't do anything. Anyway, so Bartholomew, you're up
I made
first.
it.
and you can only give those
Uh,
cards to
oh,
allies,
I-
right?
Got
Yes,
the Joker.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
yes.
Can't give it to the bad guys.
I am going to.
Mind you, I'm getting crap cards as well.
At the moment, I'm just going to go on hold.
Okay, yeah,
I will
you got the
actually
Joker
put it in the
bonus.
room.
You got the Joker bonus. You can go and hold it interrupted anytime.
Yeah, so I'll just go on hold, glaring at them. It's like, lads, stop this.
That gets
All
us to
right.
France.
What am I doing over there? All right,
They obviously burst in. And yep, you moved to there.
I'm coming through. And let's start with has it been have we rested since then or
No. I don't even think it's been that long since we took a cab, so it's probably only been like 10, 15 minutes.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly that.
And did they have any weapons?
Do they have any weapons? Assume they do. Ooh.
I'm assuming they've got some kind of club or hammer since they're smashing open glass.
Indeed, I'm going to say yeah. As stated, they just got knives and are unarmed, but I think they do need clubs to break open and stuff. So I'm going to give them all. Going to give them all
Okay.
clubs.
You can use the hilt of the knife.
You could,
Yeah.
but I'm going to give them clubs. At least then I'll get he hits you a
Boy.
bit harder.
Well, I think thug number 2 is in danger of cutting himself when he's smashing this glass. So I
Okay.
will use telekinesis to run his arm up and down the broken shards.
Lovely.
gonna spend a penny just to get some points back.
At the feet of each of the thugs is a chest lined with straw.
All right, hang on. a
Lined
sec.
with straw.
That's a
Indeed.
terrible roll.
But also, it should be pointed
they're-
out as you burst in, they don't seem to be handling the exhibits they're stealing with any care. They are literally just dropping them into their chests.
That's a little bit better. I love Elan. It's such a great edge.
What does Alon do?
When you do a reroll with a Benny, you get a +2.
Oh wow,
Quite a nice edge in that regard.
that makes it more useful. That's for sure.
Okay, so that will telekinetic attempt to resist with spirit. Which is not enough, so you might as well use your telekinetic bash against him for all intents and purposes.
Do I get extra damage? I didn't get a raise. Do I get extra
You didn't get the
damage?
race. No, you don't.
Do I get
Standard.
extra damage for running them against the
No. It's all relative, isn't it? It's you instead of bashing him into the floor, you're just doing that. But yeah, it's enough to shake him. I like the way you roll exactly the same numbers but on different dice there.
Wait, why did it roll a D4 when I spent a Benny?
You did an unskilled telekinetic bash. Yeah, missed that little area. So re-roll the damage.
Oh,
Roll the
okay.
damage. You know the little target box. There's a very specific target box around the damage. If you're a pixel out, it rolls an attack instead.
Yeah.
Well, you got better.
Yep.
Hey, you shake him. Which probably will, as he basically telekinetically grab hold of him and shove him, push him along the glass.
Careful. There's a
Yeah,
lot of broken
obviously
glass.
cuts him, but it doesn't hurt him completely. That brings us to Carl.
Well, Carl pulls out the butt of his knife, heads over to this thug.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I forget how to target. What's the gesture to target on a Mac? Click, double click, left, control click. What's the gesture?
Control click. So probably. Oh, it's control
Command click.
click, so I don't know what I'm at.
Yeah.
Am
Command
I
click,
targeting?
isn't it?
Command click.
You
There
make
it is,
sure.
command click.
Yeah.
Oh, it's both of them. Sorry, I expected a graphic, but I don't really see one.
There
Anyhow,
is
so I'm
one.
gonna hit him with the butt.
There is a graphic, but you've got to be further back to see it. You see.
Oh, that's the distance. The distance
Yeah.
graphic shows up.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm gonna hit him with the butt of my knife,
Okay.
and
Go for it.
here we go.
He hits him with a butter knife.
I'm gonna do that again with enthusiasm. There we go. And should I roll damage, or is he resisting?
You
or-
missed. You missed.
Parry's 5, and you're a 4.
Oh, I missed. Oh, okay. Well, that was my exciting move, so I'm done.
It was very exciting.
From a bit of metagamey perspective, you can back off if you want, because he is shaken at the moment, so he won't get free attack on you.
Oh. Okay, I will use your advice. I don't know how far I can move, though. How far did I move to begin with? I'll just move there.
Okay.
I don't know what. Swing and a miss. Mehmet Ali is up.
Indeed, he basically looks up as he hears you entering. He looks a bit cross. He starts shouting something in Arabic, which some of you may well actually be able. Goes enough about. There's my
Yep,
languages.
I understand them.
Basically,
Hang on a
it's no longer. And turn the languages on. So basically, we've probably got everything we need. Let's go. And then he says something else in something that's most certainly not Arabic.
Does anybody see this guy? I don't even see him.
I don't see him on the map.
Yeah,
Might
I
just
don't
have to
see him.
scroll the map.
He's
A
a
long
long
ways.
distance out.
Oh, he's way down the hallway.
Indeed.
He's like
Actually,
30 away.
yeah. And in
Ah,
fact,
just in range of my bullets.
indeed.
All the Mehmet Ali's better run.
I'm gonna
better
act
run,
now.
faster than
Okie dokie. Interrupting my spell casting. Okay.
Oh, yes.
That's fine. I didn't.
You might want to get a better angle though, bud. Right now you're shooting the Sphinx and the Badonkadonk.
Right in the sphincter.
Right.
Alright.
That's very well. Yes. Excellent. Come on, GM. That deserves some pity.
That was a good one.
Thank you, thank you.
Sorry, I was distracted because I was doing rules.
7. Alright. One more time. Come on. Alright, so just a simple success.
You're only targeting
Uh,
2 people.
No, I'm targeting all my allies. It should be.
Okay. Hang on, something's gone funny, but let me do that and then do that. There you go. Try. I think it went fun. The old quirk of you, because you interrupt, and it's not your turn on the combat tracker. The targeting gets a little funky, but it's done now, so that's okay.
So that's it. Telling me myself. Call friends. Right. All right. These guys have said you're armed with knives and such.
They've got clubs, yeah.
Knives and clubs. No guns though visible.
No guns visible. No.
Okay. And then for my second power. Still got a crap load of bennies. Nope. All right.
It's a smite on everyone. On everyone. Okay. Back to me. Okay. Suddenly, the far end of the corridor gets shrouded in darkness.
Wow, good timing. With the Joker.
His power points off 2 power points. 2 power points, and then going to okay. But they'll see. You don't know he's run away because, of course,
I think I might have stood up by now, Kevin.
he's still prone.
No, you've
That's
just
why I
been
just-
crawling around all
I
this
was just
time.
being
You just
undercover the
been
whole
taking it
time.
easy all this time, haven't you?
He's just on a palanquin and everybody's dragging him around town.
Exactly. He's just no. Look, I'm resting. I'm cut and bruised. I need my rest.
Was it long enough to travel here? Was it long enough for me to rest?
It was not.
Valid
Right.
Personal question.
Right, are we going to kill these guys, or would you want to knock them out? What do we want to do?
Well, the main guy we need to apprehend. He's way far away. The rest of them are probably just thugs.
Fatigue levels for bumps and bruises improve 1 level every 24 hours. So you need 24 hours of rest to get rid of your bumps and bruises fatigue. The relief spell then allows you to ignore the effects of them, doesn't it? And that's about it.
Yeah.
Can't see the guy that we're supposed to be chasing because he's in the shadows. Can I shoot in the dark and see if I can get him?
Like, you can see the shadows.
You
know
could
where he
see
is
the
'cause of
you
the
could see
shadows.
the ball of darkness that's basically blocking that end of the corridor. Yes.
I mean, if I select target enemy units, it doesn't target him.
Yeah, it's good there.
Because he's quote unquote invisible.
But what you can do is toss a stick of dynamite in the middle of the darkness.
In a museum.
In the museum of all the priceless Egyptian
Don't
artifacts.
What is the quote? What is the quote from
Don't
A Good
damage
Place?
the artifacts.
It was a quote from A Good Place. Every time I have a problem, I throw a Molotov cocktail out of it, and boom, I've got a whole nother problem.
Unfortunately, I haven't got any Molotov cocktails.
I was going to go back to his standard solution of, oh, if I can't work it out, I'll just shoot it.
Well, I can't see in the dark. There's a thick darkness over there. That'll do. And tell them just put your hand over what you've stolen, or I'm going to shoot you all. Like I just shot your mate, Bob.
The Good Place. It was a very good program. I like that. Mighty word. 4 wounds. Boom. Bug number
Aim for his
3.
eyeball and make it bounce off the back of his head so that it didn't actually damage any of the artifacts in the museum.
I think that level of screaming sounds about right. Do you want to end your turn? Because you always get annoyed when I do it for you.
So angry. Urgh, urgh, urgh.
Okay.
Look, we'll get you some M60s, okay?
Yeah, give me a rocket launcher. I could have just fired a rocket launcher down that alleyway then, couldn't I?
That's not what an M60 is.
Well, I don't know. I'm not from the future.
Actually, he's not even going to bother. He's just going to run and not get very far.
Is he carrying the chest, or did he leave it behind?
He's left the chest behind. He just basically sort of swings swings wildly as he goes past the 3 of you. Not really in an attempt to actually hit any of you, just to.
Can I trip him when he runs by? Can I trip him when he runs by?
If you were on hold, you could interrupt him, yes, but otherwise, not really. Fortunately.
No? He goes right by and I don't have an opportunity attack or anything?
No. No, you don't. You backed off.
Okay.
It's an interesting one. No, because you sort of backed up. I'm going to say anyway, but they run towards Tatsuya, which is probably a bad move on their part, as they're probably realizing.
Yeah, actually, since they have run up to me, I'm going to go ahead and use my improved first strike and just whack them both before we do anything else.
Okay, they're not getting out of here alive. Not alive, but conscious, I should say.
Well, I can leave the sheath on my katana. I don't have to kill him.
I did say conscious. I did change it to conscious in the end. Oh, thinking of last adventure. Are you doing it lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal. Non-lethal. I mean, I don't want to kill him, but I don't want him to get away for breaking things up here. So,
because someone said last time this adventure felt like it, I've managed to. I haven't got around to watching, but I do have Night Stalker and Night Strangler to watch now.
Yeah, that was Carl Chack who said that.
Indeed, it was.
and
A big
Tatsuya will
fan
then
of-
run to there.
A big fan of future X-Files and the Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
Mm-hmm.
And for my actual action, am I going to do anything for my actual action? Probably not. Do 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 do. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and yell at him. We're going to tell him to just stay right where he is. Don't move.
Are you talking to the thug or to the guy in the shadows?
Yeah, no, the thug is. I can see the thug.
Got it.
Yeah. He can't understand me.
Okay. Right. For first action, I'm going to do that. And for second action, out of the shadows.
Ooh.
Do
I
that.
will first strike him too.
There's a limit on it. How many improved first strikes you get?
One until you get improved.
Which I
To
have.
3. Yeah, to 3. Okay, fair enough.
And those first two were taken technically before I went, so this would count as the first one of this turn.
Now you get 3 per turn total.
Oh, okay. Fine.
It's not your turn, it's the whole round. You get 3.
Well, that would be 3 per round then.
Yes, 3 per round. Being accurate, yeah.
So, und der Schatten. Was ist los?
Ah, you scared me.
I think you scared me. You didn't.
The action doesn't affect that, so that becomes a 4. He soaks the damage. Oh. Oh, hang on. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to claw you back. Hit. He really hits you hard back.
Is he allowed to do that?
For some reason, my parry is not calculating correctly. Not that it would have made a difference. An 8 still would have hit, but it's only giving me the plus parry for trademark weapon, not for improved trademark weapon.
That's because improved trademark weapon. Well, neither of them have it there, so it's you get a +1 parry for block apparently.
Oh, that's the other one. Yeah, I should have a 9. That should have missed.
I rolled a 10.
No, because I've got deflection on me, it became an 8.
Well, deflection subtracts from their attack, doesn't add to your parry.
Right. But my 9 still makes that not a hit.
Your parry is actually 9. He rolled an 8, therefore he misses. Yeah, your parry is now correctly set up as 9.
There we
Again,
go.
I didn't write the edge. I didn't write these edges, so they don't have the
I
effects
know.
of
A lot
them.
of the
I know.
edges haven't got automation because you can't.
You'd have had 'em
automate
right,
this
I know.
trademark weapon. It's got to be. You couldn't. It's got to apply just to that weapon, and it's.
I know. I was joking on that one. you have to
playing it
apply.
all- just
You
playing
have
it
to
on
apply
manual.
it manually onto. You have to apply it manually to the weapon. So I was doing that. I had to do that quite a bit the other day for the fancy archetypes. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, I'm just going to do that. Yep. Okay, that brings us to thug number 4. Who's going to run? Just beginning with Cole on the King of Spades. Let's have a look. So Bartholomew, Franz, and Tatsuya can all benefit from the 7 of Spades if you want to give it to one of them.
I'm sorry. I'm giving somebody a card.
I'm talking to you.
Who would benefit from why would they benefit from a 7?
Bartholomew is on the 6 of hearts. Franz is on the 5 of diamonds. Tatsuya is on the 4 of clubs. Therefore, the 7 of spades is a better card for all of them.
But there's only one
What
thug
would actually
after
put
them.
above anybody?
But there's still the boss man floating around somewhere.
We need a king. Yeah, but we don't know initiative he has. Besides, he said he
don't
was
forget
one.
the fug. Don't forget the thugs technically are unconscious, and I should have marked them as out of action. Yeah, point taken. I see what you're saying. Okay, Carl is up first.
Carl is gonna run
Okay.
after the missing head honcho. Did I roll? I didn't roll. Huh.
I didn't see you roll.
Run die.
There we go.
There we go. That's okay. So now I know how far I can run. I will run this way.
The whole 9 yards. Jumping over the rope
Yep.
as you go.
Yes.
Actually, it's 18 yards and 9 inches, but that's by the by. The expression doesn't work.
And that is excitement.
Indeed. And that fug is unconscious. That fug is unconscious. Okay. This shadow hand. Right. Miss. Slink back into. Someone does get to react to.
Atsuya.
Sorry, stepped away from the keyboard. I missed
Okay.
that.
The creature bites you and then starts backing into the shadows.
You get an opportunity attack.
And I miss. He
Miss.
disappears into the shadows.
Do you Benny
That's-
it?
Does
Why don't you
literally
bend it?
disappear though. Really does disappear. That's the last you see of him.
Running
He-
away, are we?
I'm not so much running away, so much as taking advantage of the fact there's shadows.
Oh no, I'm just.
I know you are. Oh look, there's some shadows there. Oh, it misses. It appears out of the shadows, and your magical protection is the only thing. Well, not magical. Your weird science protection there is the only thing that stops you basically being disemboweled by as a creature literally appears out of the shadows. It most certainly wasn't there just now. Sister Tom.
Ouch.
Shadowhound. Anyone hit a Shadowhound yet?
No, I've
We
missed
fought him
my two attacks
before.
on him.
Oh, right, we fought him before.
We need to use silver bullets or anything.
I don't think so.
We'll find out.
What did we need for fighting them before?
That seems to hurt it.
I think that was a roll to see if he could remember what it takes to hurt him.
You don't know because every time you fought them, you've been able to hurt them. There's a very good reason for that, but because I think every time you fought them, certain things have always happened. Therefore, you haven't necessarily realised it. Or if you can't, I can't remember. But anyway, the simple answer is I think actually the first time you faced them, you did have problems with them because basically they do appear to be made of shadow and mundane attacks will pass straight through them. However, right now, none of you are doing a mundane attack, so it doesn't matter.
We've got smite, haven't we?
You've all got smite.
You're welcome.
Okay, and there's
Thank
another
you.
guy over there still running.
Yes, but there's a very large sphinx giving him cover. So. Unless you're If you're going to re-roll, okay. Okay, now I don't have to worry about cover. I'd say very large. I mean, very large in relation to yourself. Okie dokie. That brings us to Sir Bartholomew.
Da, da, da.
Oh, you did stop the museum from burning down because you didn't give him a chance to burn it down.
Let's see. He's a range 18.
Most certainly do need to shed a little light on the subject, don't they?
Powers. Range is smarts. So I'll need a 3, 2, so 4. Okay. Good enough.
Hey, the fun tumbles to the ground as you well, down to one knee anyway. Brings us to Thea.
Tatsuya runs around the corner.
The impending wall of darkness.
Now Tatsuya realizes that it is a big wall of darkness.
Yeah,
And then
but it's, yeah.
cusses because he still doesn't have a ranged weapon.
Brings us to Franz.
Okay. Did any of these two bozos in front of me engage me?
They're unconscious and lying on the floor.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
Then I am going to take 2 actions. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move
Moving's a free action.
to there. Yeah, no, I realize.
No, I'm being teasing. Sorry.
And then, how far does that put me?
I think anyone.
18. I think I'm going to run too.
Still technically a free action.
All right, then I'm going to change my target to this display case here. Is there anything in it? Or has it been looted?
Which display
Looks like
case?
it's been looted with all the broken glass.
Oh yeah, that's been looted. That display case.
Yep. Okay. I'm changing my target to that, and then as my second action, I'm going to push it in this direction.
Into the shadows.
Yep. Push it. I guess I can push it 4 inches in that direction. I can get it to right about there. Okay.
I want you pushing that
Just hoping
hole.
to-
Yeah.
I'm just hoping to knock him somehow.
Okie dokie.
So I need to refocus and then push. They're all actions, so I'm taking 2 actions and I ran. So
well, telekinesis is on yourself, so you're okay on that score. So it's
I've
just
already activated the power, but
yeah.
technically,
So
in order to hit somebody, I have to target them with the power.
Technically, you do, but you're not doing that here. You're doing well. Technically, now you're bashing the cabinet, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just do your bash damage. I've got assign a hardness to the cabinet, and if you exceed that, you bash the cabinet into the darkness.
Okay.
It's the easiest way to do that, I think.
All right. That makes sense. I attack the darkness.
Hey. Oh yeah, definitely. Because 14 points of damage there without either of them exploding because of hardness. Okay, the cabinet, which I can't move because it's part of the map, unfortunately, flies off from where it is and disappears into the darkness and probably out the other side
Hear
with a
any
loud
noises
crack.
of soft things getting mushed?
You don't hear any noises of soft things getting mushed, I'm afraid.
All right.
Might be able to do something else though. We go with there you go. That's probably a little light, but there you go. Let's try that one. That's probably a bit better. There you go.
Nice.
Okie dokie. Run. It's into there. And I have notice checks from everyone, please.
Notice.
That was noticed.
Notice sound-based notice checks if anyone has any modifiers for sound.
Anybody wired for sound?
Dokie. You basically hear what sounds like horse and carriage moving off at high speed.
That is sad.
Brings to bug number 4. He's entangled and can't move. He's going to attempt to break free. You only entangled him, so he does break free of an entanglement. Raise. He shouts, "Master, master, don't go without me!" Starts to, well, actually, he's going to run into the darkness. Another 4 inches. Oh dear. There's a loud crash and a cry as he runs into a broken cabinet in the center of the darkness.
All right.
And so you then hear a thud as he hits the ground. Doesn't take enough damage, but he does trip over the remains of the cabinet, bringing us to a new round with Tatsuya getting the Joker.
Now we'll give that 7 to Carl.
I'm going to give the 7 to Carl. Okie dokie. It's the 7 of spades and jumps up the combat tracker.
Okay, Tatsuya is also going to run through the darkness because he's crazy like that.
Running just as fast as he can.
Holding on to
Okie
the
dokie. Make a.
trying to get away. Damn it, Himini.
As you run into the darkness, Tetsuya, I need you to make a notice check. Even with the penalties there, the second you enter the darkness, you realise there's something literally right in front of you. You want to avoid it. It's breathing heavily and sounds very animalistic.
Okay, can I athletics to just go past it?
You can certainly make it. Yeah, it's probably waiting for you in the darkness, as it were. So yeah, I'll allow an athletics check to evade it. No problem at all. You run through the darkness and out the other side. You hear the snarl of the shadow beast behind you. So what you can see out of this window here appears to be a horse and cart that appears to have a number of crates loaded up on it. Also, what you can see here is some more windows. They seem to be using, they've opened up large full-side windows to unload stuff out. Also, what you can see to the north is another set of open windows. That's the direction you heard the horse and cart galloping off in.
So the galloping off was there, but this one is still sitting here.
It is.
Okay. Decisions.
Turn
Okay.
it into a chase, buddy.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm about to do. You guys better catch up. Okay, that's as far as I can run this round. So.
Brings us to France.
Well, I guess Franz will continue sprinting.
Okay. The question is, which way do you want to go? Do you want to keep going that way, or do you want to go back to your cart, which is outside?
What?
I was going to say.
Why are you telling him what my character does?
You guys hear me holler? He ran north. He ran north.
Okay. I'll head back to.
It's not your go.
Head back to our chariot or whatever it is. And that is my
On your turn, you can do that. France at the moment is deciding to run deeper into the museum.
Oh, that wasn't Carl's turn. Sorry. I was so excited.
That's okay. Do you want to go that way though, or do you want to go the other way?
You're right. Okay, sorry. I do want to go.
Why are you copying Carl's turn? Ay.
Obviously, I think you came by cab, so you'll probably have to hail a cab, but
Yep, I'll go that way.
You can go that way, of course. Yeah, go back the other way because you can hear Tetsuya shouting. Rings. I'm going
So
to.
the magical darkness hasn't got anyone in it.
Oh yeah, it's got something. It's got two people in it.
No comment.
It's
You
got
didn't hear the growling?
Tetsuya nearly got eaten by something in it. I'll definitely say that. But you from where you are, you can't see it because it's magical darkness.
You should have listened for the growling.
Well, it was just someone's stomach.
Heading for the curse.
Not
Are you
enough
heading-
milfoil
Yep.
to go around.
So Bartholomew and Franz have turned around and started running out of the museum to give chase. What's Tom going to do? He's doing the same. It's good. That's fine. If you leave the museum, I'm not going to worry too much about the map. And the same with you, Tetsuya. Unless I get to eat you, I wouldn't worry too much about next turn. You could be. You know what I mean? You'd get out of the museum from where you are. No problem.
Run, Tetsuya, run.
Good worse. 6, 7. There we go.
Yeah, I don't even have to run to get on the cart. I can just jog.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I was referring to run, Tatsuya.
Running just as fast as you can.
Oh, I can't type fast and spell correctly. Shadowhound is going to just manage for ease, and the fug's gone. So, okay, you basically break loose from the museum and off. You give chase. Unfortunately, Melbet is a bit ahead of you. So you never lose sight of him, but unfortunately on the thick Paris streets and all that, because it's not a chase as such, because it's very much a. Actually, what happens if you do prevent it? I'm interested.
We win the game.
Anyway, so yeah, basically he seems to be heading back towards. After a while, you get the distinct impression you're heading back towards the Champs-Élysées again. Except, however, he stops short, and as you're pulling up nearby, you see him racing to the Place de la Concorde. So, I need that map again. Astilla Concord is on the same map I used earlier, almost as if I planned it, which I really wish I could pretend I had. I need to clear the death tokens gone.
Can you share the map again? There we go. Thanks.
I'm just going to take these two because let's be really
Does anybody see Plastilla Concord?
right slap bang in the middle.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, if you see, look there, it says Class de la Concord. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
it's a strange way they did it in the map. That's for sure. But that's how they wanted to do it back then. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Right, I'm going to give up. My. I put the E in the wrong place. Okay. Benny for the GM for the sim dividends mode. Thank you very much. Okay. So as you come galloping up that very impressive area, I'm going to put you guys in a bit of ooh. Scale's a bit out there. Then let's try that again. Second. Scale a little
Skills
bit.
are kicking, everyone. They're huge.
I'm going to this time bringing the scale a bit. Okay, so basically you're charging up towards the Place de la Concorde. You see your foe. You see your foe jump off the cart. He shouts something at two policemen who who basically one starts advancing towards you. The other one seems to give chase to Mehet as he heads towards the obelisk at the center of the Place de la Concorde. In there, get the police on the map. One policeman there and one policeman there. And I say, obviously, you're on that area, but obviously the map's not to scale. But we are treating the scale as scale. You know what I mean? Scale matters this time round, unlike last time. And it's new round.
Oh,
This is
Carl has
combat?
Joker.
This is combat, so you get to make new spirit checks.
New spirit checks.
Not
Just
you,
for the
Carl.
guys with that Ripper Tech.
Give me a new spirit check.
A Joker and the Four of Diamonds. He's spending a penny for a spirit check he doesn't need to make.
Oh.
You don't have the rip attack.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So there you have a Joker in reserve. Anyway, but Carl gave him one penny, so you're okay on that score. Off you go, Carl. So it's just, actually, let's see if I've got some assets for policemen.
Just a second.
No, I don't. So let's just go for letters, shall we?
Huh. Well, I'm going to play... Oh, what just happened? I'm going to play a card on Mehmet. Hopefully I won't suffer too much because of it. So that gives me
Enemy
another
wild card in the
adventure.
first round of combat. You may not soak wounds from his attacks for the rest of the encounter, but you immediately draw 3 encounter cards and keep one of your choice. Okay, so I need to open up your character sheet. And then I'm going to go to that, which is annoying. Fine. I'll give you 3 adventure cards. Oops, that was the wrong card, wrong deck. 1 adventure card, 2 adventure cards, 3 adventure cards. You get to
Okay.
choose which one do you want to keep of the 3 I've just added in, and discard the other 2 by just dropping them in the chat. Hey, Bob. What's that large P there? Oh, someone else is doing that.
Very weird, isn't it?
That's log.
It stands for Platz de la Concorde.
There's a
Huh.
giant.
Sure, I shouldn't be able to do that.
There's a giant. Someone's pig all over my map. But tish.
Seeing the bad luck.
Mm.
How good is Dark Bargain? Should I play Dark Bargain? That seems like a pretty
Yeah,
interesting
I
option.
like it, but it's one less penny per game.
Oh, is that what happens? Oh, it
One
costs
less
a
penny,
penny.
but permanent and extra adventure card.
Oh, I
And an extra play.
And an extra play. You get to play 2
Yeah.
cards per session.
I'll play it. That's
You'll
just
play
too
it,
much
okay?
fun.
You
Too
play
much
it
fun
and-
forever.
Okay, you play it, so those 2 are lost. So then you get another card because you just played Dark Bargain. You gain the bad luck hindrance. Bad luck hindrance.
It's made to activate powers.
Yeah, and then you have Dark Bargain.
Okay,
And that-
unfortunately, the new card is not spectacular for this. But so given all that, I guess what I'm doing is I'm running.
Wait, when you play
You
Dark
don't-
Bargain, you get 2 new cards, don't you?
No, you immediately draw an adventure card. Okay. For the record, you don't have to play the new card. You can still use. You've got 2 cards. You can play 1 more card this session. Is the point?
Yeah,
don't
I
have
don't
to-
see how to
yeah.
use either of those cards. They're closely related, and so far I don't have anything to use them for.
It's fine.
Unfortunately.
It's okay. That's absolutely fine. You can save it for saving throws and stuff. That's all good. Anyway, what are you going to do now?
I'm going in. Carl's going into sprint mode. So, oh wow, that's actually relatively good compared. So, do I sprint forward toward them?
Yes, you
Do you
can.
want to?
Oh yeah, did I not look the tokens? Sorry. Thank you.
I just can't see what the token says underneath.
Why is token movement not looking?
No, it's letting me move the token. It's just very weird. I can't actually. Oh, now it's locked. You just
Yeah,
locked
good.
it.
I had,
wait a
but I
minute.
think he was
Okay.
still moving it. I think he was still moving it before I could. Okay, so you just go charging forwards. One of the policemen is drawing his pistol. As you start running towards him, one of the policemen is drawing a pistol, and you get the distinct impression he's going to take aim at you. I actually got these 2 the wrong way around. The other policeman is now basically behind the monument, and Mehmet is basically just standing to one side of the monument. As you go charging forward, okay, so you actually run up to the policeman who's apparently drawing a gun on you as you ran towards him.
Say something about Musée Egypt stealing from Musée Egypt, and I pointed Mehmet. And I'm gonna say that's my turn. I'm not actually in contact with anybody, am I?
No.
No. Okay.
Not if you don't want to engage them. Okie dokie. I think I'm just going to hit you with a ball of shadow.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising, but it just looks at you, and this ball of darkness and shadow just hits you and sort of lifts you up and knocks you down. Fortunately, you land on your feet, but it's a bit shocking, and it does shake you to the core. That brings us to Tom.
Okay.
Where are these policemen shooting us?
Not yet. It's just as Carl started running towards him, one of the policemen started to draw his gun. He hasn't done anything yet.
I'm not running toward that policeman.
I know you're
I'm
not.
looking for Mehmet.
Yeah.
And I'm unarmed. So
Pick these
Just-
tokens that are really faded into the background deliberately, so it's hard to find Mehmet.
Yeah, those
they-
tokens kind of disappeared after a point. They used to be more
Sorry.
visible.
They did, didn't they? I don't know what. I don't know if they've got.
Them
I
things,
went,
yeah, they're just they're the new letters, aren't they? They're not normal
The
letter tokens.
policeman went dull first, and then eventually Mehmet went dull.
they did these. They used to do lovely high res ones, and they changed them again.
Oh, you're using the wrong tokens. You're using the ones from the map
Music.
packs.
Oh, I just went base letters. That's all. Okay, rule set. No rule. Oh yeah, there's no letters anymore. I've just got rule set. I don't have letters anymore.
Yeah, they got rid of that. Or no, wait, they shouldn't have.
Oh, they
rules
didn't get rid of it.
supposed to
I
be going where
was
it's
using them
supposed to be
today,
letters.
so they haven't got rid of them. The ones you're using there are the ones that are part of the.
Okay, but they're the
art
only
pack.
letters I've got right now.
You've broken it again. So are we going to? We don't want to shoot policemen. Is the policeman on our side or the policeman bad guys?
They are
There
two
is
policemen.
Policemen
It's up
who've
to
been
you.
told that we're probably attacking and chasing this guy.
Yeah, shoot
You're
at the
on hold
bad, shoot at the
and-
guy we're after.
I mean, to shoot the guy we're after.
Right. Okay. I'm going to have to. If everyone's complaining, I shall
Don't
have to
attack
go.
the policeman until I can talk.
Okay, I'm on hold. I'm gonna once I know.
I'm
what's
going to
on,
go
I'll start
with the
shooting.
genre incorrect police icons. Is that better? Shall I actually
That's
use?
more visible.
Shall I use police cars for them? There you go.
Do you have police badges? Police badges.
That's a good. That's not a bad idea. No, I've got badges.
Go to assets, tokens, and type letter. That'll work.
Yes, that did it. I did that before, but I got the wrong letters. That's weird. And when I went in to actually browse for them, I couldn't actually find.
Yeah, you got 3 letters, and then you got steampunk letters, and then you've got letter token.
I have to look for the steampunk letters. I've not seen those before. Okay, Tom's gone on hold. Okay, so policeman number 1 is not locked out anymore. Policeman number 1, items. There's equipment. That one. Uh-huh.
Those are nice. Thank you. The policemen are now visible.
Yeah, sorry about that. They're perfectly fine on my map, but obviously, if you guys couldn't see them. Okay, there we go. Badges, we don't need those stinking badges. That's awesome. Oh yeah. That made me laugh. I'm giving everyone a Benny because that was such a good joke. The policeman opens fire at you lot. The other policeman
Opens fire at whom?
you don't know because he didn't hit anyone. Franz.
All right. Yep.
Well, I'm right
Going
there.
forward.
I'm probably paying a little attention.
Well, he fired. He fires. He just opens fire.
And I'm
Okay.
going to go to
Whether he was
this
shooting at you
policeman
and
here.
missed that badly or was shooting past you, you're not sure.
But I'm right there. I would have a
And I'm
pretty good
using-
idea. Oh, well, I guess it depends which policeman.
It's dark after all.
Oh, okay.
And I'm using puppet.
Okay.
So I need to target him. That is what number? They're not numbered.
Now look there. I'll tell you what. I'll turn on dark mode for the map. There's police. Oh yeah, good point. They're not numbered. How's that?
I think I got the right one targeted. I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Policeman number 1 is the one that fired. Policeman number 2 is behind the obelisk.
That's versus his spirit. I think I will Benny that. Shh.
A six to
Hang
beat.
on. There we go. That's better. That's better. There we go.
21.
Oh,
you
wow.
right now. I hate you right now. I rolled a 2, by the way. So your 4 actually worked. It's only just
I know,
6.
but I didn't know what you rolled it.
No, but you get a raise. No, it's okay. A raise. With a raise, the target is. There is a difference for getting the raise. With the raise, the target is completely controlled, but it gets an automatic spirit reroll as a free action to avoid directly harming himself or those he cares about. Okay, you have gained complete control over.
All right. So basically, I am telling him to run as fast as he can to help with the anarchists at the Eiffel Tower.
Running just
Go,
as fast
run
as he
away.
can.
Okay, sounds good. He's obviously acted this turn, so it'll be next turn before he can react to follow that order. But he has to obey you unless he rolls a 21 on his spirit.
Yep, I should have targeted them both, but now it's been a long time since I used this power. So.
But the other one you can't technically see. He's ducked down behind the obelisk.
Oh, okay. Thank you for making me feel better about it.
Bronze.
So it lasts for 5 rounds. So how does that work?
Well, if the fight's over in less than 5 rounds, he ain't coming back.
Oh, okay. So I give him the command. He does it for the next 5 rounds.
Yeah, but every round he gets a chance to resist it.
Okay. Ferneth. No, he doesn't get a chance to resist it every round.
Target's completely
Only-
controlled, but gets an automatic spirit. Oh, to avoid if to avoid directly harming those he cares about. Good point.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gone. He's running off.
Chose
Yeah,
that action. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
agreed. I misquoted my own recollection of the roll. Let's see.
Actually, I
Advances.
think Tatsu's going to spend a Benny to re-roll that run.
Be my guest.
With my extra 2 inches, I'm going to come up here next to Mahmet and give him a whack.
Okie dokie.
And
It's
give him a whack.
you hit.
Good grief.
Give
I've
him a
got enough
whack.
of them, and we are coming to the end, so...
This is the end.
The smite should probably be taken off, but it's still... That's only a shake, not a wound.
Myself my penny back. I'll give you one for interesting. Thank you. He's shaken instead.
Okay, that'll work for now.
Okay. I will stride forth with all the aristocratic bearing that I can. It's like, you're attacking the wrong people. He is a thief and terrorist. As I point at Muhammad, using my status and whatnot to boost my persuasion. What level of status are these cops? Working class, middle class?
Working class. Who are you doing it to? 1 or 2?
2, since he's the one that seems aggressive still.
Well, 2 actually hasn't done anything aggressive. He's just being behind. He's
In which
crouched
case
down
I'm
behind the
telling-
obelisk. But that's what I'm asking. You can.
The puppet's doing a puppet thing, isn't he? So we can't worry about him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm asking is, you going for the puppeted one, or are you going for the non-puppeted one who hasn't been aggressive yet?
For the non-puppeted one.
Okay, dokie. Okay, thank you. It's not resisted or anything like that. It's a success and a raise will take him. Will alter his action, his view towards you by 2 stages. That's good. He looks up as you say that, then looks down again. He carries on fiddling with something behind the obelisk.
Does he get a bonus?
What's he actually doing behind the obelisk?
That's the
What's he
question, isn't it?
doing in there?
What's he fiddling with?
What's he doing in there?
My word! What's
Ian,
what? Is there a
Get
rule
in there.
today that is there a rule today that you guys always get a joker every round,
Yes, it's the new rule.
Pretty much.
and you still got a joker in hand? Anyway, Franz, you're up
I'm gonna
first.
say Tatsuya gets a joker.
Tia gets a joker.
Oh wow. Yankees.
Tia gets a joker. Which jumps him to the top. And Tatsuya got a joker, so everyone gets a Benny.
I'd like to visit the Benny Bank before the session ends.
Okay, so Tatsuya, you're up with a joker.
Okay, let's give him another chop.
That time you wounded him. He should still be shaken. I'll spend one of his bennies to unshake, to soak the damage. There we go.
Bummer. Okay.
Brings us to Franz.
That's real good, isn't it? Can I see the other policeman?
From where you are, absolutely not. He's got complete cover to you. You might be able to move up to see round what he's up to.
How about there?
Okay, give me a second. Let's actually have some fun. Oh dear, that's a bit big, but we can rescale that.
If I need to go to there, I will.
Okay, let's take that down to, let's try 1. There, that's perfect sizing. There you go. There's the obelisk. Rotate it a word. I need to go back to game mode so I can actually accept your move. There we go. It should be pointed out this obelisk is like very much like the obelisk that's exploded in the gardens of that house, if you remember. It's an Egyptian obelisk.
Hmm.
Exploding
Okay.
Egyptian obelisks.
From
see,
here, the policeman appears to be crouching down, doing things with wires to the base of the obelisk.
Oh, is there a bomb there?
There does appear to be, the wires do seem to be there do seem to be a number of boxes he's connecting wires to. Yes.
Okay.
So the police are bad guys. Okay.
No, they're under
Really?
control. They're under mind control.
Yeah. I am picking that up, the bomb,
Yeah.
using telekinesis. So let me roll for that. Shit.
Oh yeah,
Double
yeah.
shit. Backlash. Backlash, backlash.
Oh dear. Okay.
You can backlash, backlash.
Oh boy. I hope I'm on the other side of the obelisk, or
Can I roll
so
again?
we're protected.
Can I spend another penny anyway?
You can have dumb luck.
Well,
That's
that's
the
some
one,
dumb
baby.
luck right
Dumb
there.
luck.
Okie dokie. Okay.
Flying out and smacks him right in the face, but he gets the bomb.
Gets the bomb. However, he gets the bomb, he yanks it upwards, and he's going to yank it away. Actually, that large is too large.
If at all possible, I don't want to blow up the obelisk. If
No, I
have
know
to
you
take
don't.
it on-
I know
if
you
I have
don't.
to take it on the
You're gonna-
chin to do that. I will.
I'm going to, yeah, basically you yank it. Unfortunately, because of the dumb luck, obviously, yeah, but the dumb luck means something bad's going to happen. So the dumb luck is, of course, you do yank it. Unfortunately, it also, the plunger was wired up to the, irresponsibly, but the plunger was already wired up. Unfortunately, as you yank it, the plunger does topple over just enough to depress the bomb, but you do yank it away from the obelisk. Unfortunately, it's in the air away from the obelisk, but enough to basically impact you and the bad guy. The bad guy, the policeman.
And maybe the obelisk, just not as much.
Exactly. The policeman's knocked to the ground by the explosion. Oh dear.
Oh, shit.
Looks like you're taking it. Looks like you're taking most of the blast.
All right, hang on. Let's see what we can do. I'm not very vigorous, but
Don't
that
worry
one
about it.
wound?
I have you covered. Just don't die out in combat.
Is that one wound or two wounds?
A 7 will soak
One
one wound.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
You're as long as you don't
Oh,
die
that's
in
2
combat,
wounds.
you're
That's
fine.
2
I've
wounds.
got you covered.
That's okay. You take. Yeah, you soak 2 wounds. Unfortunately. Oh, there you go. Unfortunately, so you survive the explosion. However, you have a hideous scar. As obviously,
Oh no.
as the bomb explodes close to your face.
You were never very handsome anyway.
So Franz has gained the hideous scar hindrance through the injury of the.
All right.
It's only temporary, right?
Until healed, yeah.
The ugly hindrance.
There you
That's
go.
pretty bad.
UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly.
So yeah. No, I think actually that might be gritty damage. I think that's there. I'll check that.
You only took 1 wound, so you're doing okay.
What about the policeman?
The policeman was just knocked to the ground. Unfortunately, Franz, in a heroic act of heroism,
Self-immolation.
basically yanked the policeman was on the obviously pulled the bomb towards him, so he took most of the damage.
The policeman held on to the plunger, so when Franz pulled the bomb away, it exploded in midair near Franz.
But he succeeded. That's just the
Double
dumb luck,
seconds.
unfortunately. The dumb luck is he pulled the bomb into him as it caused it. Obviously, the reason it does less damage is it wasn't properly wired up yet. There was multiple charges, and only one charge exploded.
But when one
It
charge
just says about
explodes,
cured
wouldn't
with
it
the wound
explode
is
the
healed,
other
yeah.
charges?
Not if they're not
What does
connected.
it say?
It's,
Does it go away?
but it will go away it goes away when you're healed. Yes.
It depends upon the type of explosive being used as to how sensitive it is to explosions.
Yes, exactly. If it's nitroglycerine style, then the rest of it could have gone up as well. But the whole point is it's meant to be about the dumb luck. You succeed, but something bad happens. In this case, he successfully saves the obelisk, but blows the bomb up in his face, basically. Okie dokie. Well, then it's very unhappy. So he's going to cast Summon
I'm going to try and
Ally.
interrupt him.
You are on hold.
I'm
Go
on
for
hold.
it. You are allowed to if you're on hold. Yes. Go on then. Your
What is
athletics
it?
roll.
Athletics, isn't it?
It is. A 12. Okay. I might spend 1 penny.
You
Okay, you get to interrupt him before
know what I'm
you're
going to do, don't you?
going to shoot him.
How did you guess? How did you know?
You're going to shoot him before I can cast my spell.
It's pure luck.
Nice.
One wound taken. I blinded him in one eye. Another wound. Notes. completely
I might
negating
Benny
the
that I might
damage.
Benny that damage. I'm going to Benny the damage. I'm going to get 2 6s.
Nice.
In that case, I'm going to give my Benny back. If you were Bennying the damage, I wouldn't have soaked your lower damage. Then I'm going to spend the Benny now.
Keep Bennying until that, and then you got to give me my Benny back as well. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, because you bet. No, we got. You give me my Benny back.
Right.
I
Okay.
want my Benny back. Benny back. Benny. No, I'm joking.
I know you are. Don't worry.
It's not fair. Did he soak? Is he dead? Is he alive?
He soaked the damage. Therefore, because he completely negated the damage, he unshakes. Therefore, your interaction doesn't even stop him not casting it and missing his turn. Therefore, he summons the Shadow Beast.
Still
However,
got
because
blinded in one eye, didn't he?
you still blinded in one eye. However, because
Can't cast spells with one eye. He's a one-eyed kid now.
ranged spells have penalties. That's in. But unfortunately for you, however, obviously by shooting him, you're now the current eye of his current eye. So
Summoned
the Shadow
They're not
Beast
even real
appears
Shadow
next to you and
Beasts.
attacks you
Have you
and
seen the
misses.
Shadow Beasts in Savage Rifts? They're proper Shadow Beasts.
The Shadow Killer in the Horror Companion. One wound after all of that. All those beddies just to do one wound that Tom will soak. Go on, you crit fails. Go on, you crit fails. Woo, woo, woo. Go on, you crit fails. Come on. Okay, that gets us to policeman number 1, who is... Oh, sorry, let's go back to Tom. Policeman number 1, who is shaken. He's going to remain shaken. He's going to run away because he's been told to run to the... I don't know where the Eiffel Tower is actually from the Champs-Elysees, if I'm honest. I'm just going to have him run
Far
north.
away.
Just going to have him run northwards.
Yeah, I think the Eiffel Tower is north from here.
I think it is. Yeah, he's just going to run. He's going to run northwards. Policeman number 2, with the bomb detonated, is going to look a bit confused. He's going to have to just step out. He's going to step round the thingy and club using his truncheon. He's going to club Carl round the head. Not literally, just descriptively.
He clubs Carl round the head.
Well, he lumps Carl on the torso because otherwise,
Except for the ring of the truncheon's ping.
Can I defend or I just soak?
you just get to soak. That is your defense.
Do I drop that on the damage? Drop a Benny on the damage?
You could do that if you hold down the command key. I think you should hopefully see soak
Little
button
soak
appear on the
button
combat
appears
tracker.
on the combat tracker.
Yeah.
You click that.
If I hold down the command key, it'll give me...
See on the combat tracker a soak button appear.
Or is it actual control? I can't remember if it's command or control.
Depends on
the,
what.
yes, I do see it. I do see it. Okay.
It's a nice, easy way to do it. If you do that, because then you just click a button. It's much easier than everything else. Yeah, you're fine. You dodge the blow, and you're up next.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna run up to Mehmet. I guess, and I'm gonna target an attack on his other eye, his other eyeball. Is that minus? Is that -2? What is that?
That'd be a cold shot
I think
minus
it's
4.
-8.
That'd be
Minus
what?
6 actually. I think for a very
Six,
small item.
not 8.
Yeah.
6.
Cold shot minus 6.
Well, I can't do much damage, but if I hit, it'll be fun.
Yeah, cool shot
So,
tiny
that-
attack is minus 6. So I'll give you that effect. There you go. I've given you the cold shot attack tiny. Off you go.
Do I put a -6 in or skip it?
I've done it for you. It's in the. I'll put it in the
Okay,
combat
I'll-
tracker. Just make
Let
your
me
attack
zero
roll.
that out. Okay, attack roll coming up.
You got 12 bennies, so you've got a lot of jobs.
Okay, I'll start bennying. Let's see. So
You need to roll an 11 by the look of things.
I need to what?
Roll 11.
Okay. That Benny, I dropped it on the thing and it didn't do anything.
Yeah, it did. It's
So-
fine. It worked.
No, I did that manually.
Oh,
Now
it's
I'll
okay.
use the bennies to do it.
That's fine. Don't
Oh,
worry.
that might do something. How did that come out to be 1?
-6.
It was a
Oh,
minus
minus
6.
6. Got it. Okay. Oh, this might be it. Come on. Yeah.
You did it! You got him! Okay. +4 damage.
Okay.
Which, yeah, just imagine you put
You want me
in.
to put the plus?
Yeah,
put
put
the
plus
plus
4.
in.
Yeah, put the +4 damage in the modifier box
We're
and roll the
taking other
damage.
eyeball, so yeah.
I love it. Oh!
There we go. No more magic. No more
well,
targeted attack.
basically you basically smack him in the other eye. It doesn't hurt him completely because you only shook him unless you want to reroll the damage.
Oh, well, I got bennies.
You need a
reroll the
10.
damage.
If you actually want to basically blind him, you'll need a 10.
Oh, let's
Less
see
than that,
mean.
you're still shaking.
Oh, something's happening.
Oh,
That'll be
yeah, did that.
That would be 12.
That would be 12. You did it. Stop.
rolling, give him some
Oh, I did
bennies
it?
back,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah,
You
give him
forgot
some
the
You're right.
+4
I forgot
modifier.
the +4.
Yeah.
I forgot the +4. Okay.
Okay.
He took his eyeballs.
You took his eyeball.
I shot one out and you stabbed him on the other one. It's skewered.
He's basically, he screams out in pain. That would be 12 points of damage. That's a wound. I have 1 GM Benny left. Oh, I hate to say, sorry to say, I'm afraid. I soaked it. I wish I hadn't actually now, but do you know what? Actually, I'm going to retcon that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to give myself the Benny back. I love the idea that you took his other eye out. It's really cool. So, he
Okay.
screams in
Also,
pain.
when
You took
someone takes your eyeballs out, you're going to be like in Deadwood when that geezer gets his eyeball pulled out. It doesn't matter how strong you are.
yeah,
Someone
exactly.
plucks an eyeball, you are going to be screaming like a girl.
So now he is
Like a-
absolutely.
like a child.
He is now blind.
Okay.
I think should have effect. Yeah. Okay, so he
think
is blinded, which is very cool. He spent so many pennies on that. Narratively, I love the idea of you took the fact that you only had one eye, so you took his other eye. I love it. It's brilliant. Okay.
I'll step back 1, and
Yep.
then I'll end my turn.
Okay, that brings us to Sir Bartholomew. So Mehmet is blinded.
I'll move up an angle to get a shot on him. Since he's blinded, do I get did you apply that to him that he has penalties, he's vulnerable?
Ironically, blinded gives him penalties to do stuff to you. He's still staggering around and screaming a lot. You still hit him.
We're not trying to kill him then.
Let's try. I'm trying for.
You have to tell me this stuff, guys.
So
I'm going to kill everyone.
Did he soak or did he not soak? What happened there?
He didn't soak. You
Josh?
blinded him. You blinded him.
Oh, okay.
I decided
Boom.
it was too. I decided it was too cool not to
Thank you.
just to let a random dice roll ruin a really good bit of storytelling by the fact you blinded him. So that's good. Okay. Well,
Carl,
at that point,
Carl
the
doesn't
other. To be honest,
Carl
at that
doesn't
point,
have much. Carl doesn't have many weapons, so he has to do a lot with a little.
okay. At that point, the other policeman is going to basically surrender. Shadow Beast disappears. Whether that's, I'm going to say, obviously, just the act of being blind, and it loses control over it. It vanishes. So, congratulations. So, I need to do that, and that, and that, and that, and that. So, you have basically saved the museum because they were going to burn it down. You've also prevented the destruction of the obelisk. Okay. And you have captured Met. Okay. Obviously,
I didn't need to shoot him. I didn't need to shoot him. So that's
yep.
good. Because I didn't
more
shoot him.
importantly, winning over the Rosicrucians. You defended them against the Vatican agents. Basically,
Oh, they were there for the Rosicrucians?
no.
was
The
wondering how-
Rosicrucians don't know that. So
I was wondering how they knew where we were because we weren't supposed to be in Paris. How would they know that?
There's spies.
We have a spy amongst us.
Well, it's possible, but it still seems hard for them to be there on the first day.
So
So
That was the second day.
It's much less travel distance from Rome to Paris than it is from London to Paris, especially
Not to
by
mention
boat.
there is a huge cathedral in Paris.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have to travel. They just send them a telegram.
Righty ho.
Pigeons,
So,
whatever they do.
we should advance it on about a week and about
An
a week and a
advance, did you
half.
say?
No, I should advance the date on a week and a half. You all got a
No, you
point
sure
of
you don't say
conviction.
in advance?
You all
France,
got a
you
point
need-
of conviction. Any
You
permanent
need
injuries are
healing,
gone.
France.
Yes. Well, actually, you'll have time to take him back and heal him, so that's okay. And you finally get a chance to lose your fatigue.
I think that the people of France love us for protecting their
There you
culture.
go.
I love it. I love it. I agree. Yep, that's very much the case. You are actually hailed as heroes. Plucky British members of the public who stepped in and protected their museum from robbers and destruction. So yes, you will always find aid when you are in Paris. There we go.
Patriot Games.
Indeed. So, so it's a week. Yeah, it's the 6th of May. Obviously, it's, the events in Paris were at the end of April, and now it's the 6th of May. So there's some time has gone by. Basically, due to you saving the Rosicrucians when attacked, and also the fact that you took back the terms and all that, that's all been dealt with, and the Rosicrucians have been officially reintegrated into the Rippers organization.
Now, to be clear, I do pad the Rosicrucians' demands so that they have room to negotiate.
Okay, that's not a problem. It's understood. I understand exactly where you're coming from. That's why it's taken all this time, but it's all good. Oh, that's hot on and risky. Yeah.
You were a good delegate for the Rosicrucians.
You were indeed. Agreed. Basically, basically on the 6th of May, a parcel arrives to your lodge. It's come via the main London Van Helsing lodge. It's a handwritten, leather-bound tome that has been in the Rosicrucians' care ever since Johann Van Helsing's demise.
Does it have a title?
There's a note. There's you have been healed.
Oh, okay.
I should have healed you.
Sorry.
You should. Yeah. No, you've had a week, so you've got time to relax. And Tom's lost his fatigue.
I wouldn't mind making some more. At some point, my character would like to make some more extracts.
Well, you've got a week's downtime, so we can sort that out. Well, extracts, you've got to capture a monster first and take the extracts from.
Okay, well, looking for monsters all the
So
time.
it sounds like we'll get to that. Let me finish this bit, and then we can get to that, because you've got your lodge upgrades if you want to do that, and you've got to decide what you're planning on next.
Gymnasium.
Okay. Apparently they turn out basically the Rosicrucians handed it over as to me as representatives, in the hopes that it proves that Johann's death was not an act of malice on their part, and the feud between them was a result of a tragic misunderstanding. It takes a few hours to read the journal. In it, he describes how he turned himself over to the Rosicrucians to solve the enduring and maddening puzzles of Rippertek's damning qualities, and in the process absolves them of culpability in his death. The last entry reads, "I asked our Rosicrucian brethren to grant us the key to ultimate victory against the Cabal. In fact, the Cabal's defeat was immaterial. The solution lay within ourselves. Let this, my testament, convey to the Rippers that my death was not unexpected. With the Rosicrucians' help, I have taken upon myself the curse of Rippertek. I alone shall be damned, so others may use this black science to achieve good. I fear I shall not see another sunrise. To my allies and friends, farewell."
How Christian.
Indeed. So I've awarded you all a point of conviction for protecting Paris, which is all well and good. So next things next, you got... Oh, you finished an adventure. I have to give you lodge points. Don't I? Oh, no, you get lodge points when you advance. I'll give you favours for completing an adventure. I would have given you higher, but I'm going to play instead some of those and give, instead of giving you the full 5, I'm going to give you 3 because the folk hero gives you a permanent aid in France because I'm feeling mean. So there you are. You all have some extra points of favour. That's all well and good. How many reason points has everyone got? Points. Lodge points. 1, 2.
Where do the lodge
3.
points show up again?
On the main tab, 4, 5, and I think all this has probably got. I think you got 6. Oh no, you got 5 lodge points at the moment. Spend anything on your lodge?
Do we have enough to buy gymnasium? Are people willing to do
Well, aren't we
gymnasium?
limited on the number of
You have to increase the rank, which we did last time. There should be the lodge itself should be ranks
6, which it
with
is.
rank 5. We moved it up to rank 6, so we now can. There is currently a dining room, a garage, a library, meeting room, Ripper Lab, sleeping quarters, workshop, dissecting room, medical center, mystical location, purpose-built, specialist research, alienist healing. I can't find the
lodge table's missing, isn't it?
Yes.
What I thought I was. I obviously haven't used the updated version, so the lodge table is still missing. I'll turn to my book because I've got it here. That's one of the things I noticed was missing was the lodge table. I added back in, but obviously I haven't updated the mod file. I've obviously used the wrong one today. That's fine. I'll fix that.
And there's somewhere, but
which
it's
is
finding
34.
it.
Yeah, I need to make a link to it. So a rank 6 lodge, it comes with a garage, which you've got, can have a maximum of 6 edges, and mod equals number of vehicles. So you can have 6 lodge edges. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edges. Facilities actually. Your gymnasium is when you get it to rank 7. I'm afraid.
Okay, fair enough. Does that come for free, or we have to pay for it?
It's part of the upgrade.
Yeah,
it's an upgrade. Okay, but only at level 7 and beyond.
Yes, I forgot. Facilities now are automatic. It's not that.
I'll have to put off exercising for a month or so.
Increase lodge rank, increasing the lodge buy a lodge edge. It costs 2 lodge points. You've got 5 lodge points. If you want to buy a lodge edge, lodge edge, you can.
We only have 1 more slot for lodge edge. What if we go to rank 7? How many edges can we have?
7.
Then 7. It's the number of lodges. Edges are the rank of the lodge.
And you don't have to do that today. So I'm just asking if you want to upgrade your lodge. Would you want to save the points
to rank 7, or do we have enough points to go to rank 7?
You need 7 lodge
points.
Enough
points to go to rank 7. No.
Okay.
You need 7 lodge points to get to. Is it your rank? I forgot to check. Is it your
new rank?
The new rank to upgrade, isn't it?
So we need 2 more points.
You need 2 more points to get to rank 7 lodge, or you can spend 2 points to buy a lodge edge if you want to.
I think we need to have a reliquary so that we can put this journal in here.
Is that journal so valuable? Oh, we haven't studied the journal yet, have we? We
yes,
read
you
the
have.
journal.
Yeah. If you have a reliquary, that gives you a +3 modifier on all investigation rolls when researching relics.
And it gives us 2 relics.
You also get 2 relics.
Investigation.
Yeah, I think we should go with that.
How is investigation related to research? Are those the same or a
Same
different
thing.
skill? Same
Same
thing.
thing.
Okay.
Okay. Are
Good.
you going to? Do
That
you want
ties
to?
in.
Is a reliquary what you want?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I'm just for ease. I'm just going to take a point.
I think that's how we should reliquate our points.
I'm gonna take-
Reallocate our points.
Ooh.
How we should reallocate our points.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
Reliquate
let's.
our
Okay. I'll take 2 lodge points. I'll spend one of Franz's and one of Carl's. Means I get to. Let's have a look. GM's guide.
You can't do anything nasty if you're spending points from my character. It's
Okay,
illegal.
Wanna
relics.
bet?
Random relic table. Here we go.
There
I
are
get to
laws. I know my rights.
So you have got a okay. GM should roll twice on the relic table to see what's there. Okay, here we go. You are getting a blessed weapon,
Ooh, that's fun.
a large blessed
large
weapon.
Revolvers.
Large weapon.
Yeah. So that's basically it's basically it's a arcane blessed weapon. It does strength plus D10 damage, and it basically would always do D10 damage regardless of your strength. If that makes sense.
Is a
And
katana a large
Wounds
weapon?
caused by this weapon can only be healed naturally. Your second item is a magic wand,
Ooh.
but you need to have the appropriate arcane background magic to use it.
Oh.
It grants 10 additional power points. There's not, yeah, you can, if anyone who hasn't got an arcane background can study to learn an arcane background, and with the Rosicrucians reintegrated into the Ripper Lodge, one of you could go and potentially study. Other than, i.e., there's some downtime as your next rank, you take arcane background magic.
Carl
What arcane
has
backgrounds
always
benefit
wanted to
from
live in Paris for some time.
that? What arcane backgrounds benefit from this?
Magic, arcane background magic.
Oh, okay. Does it?
But
We
it's
don't
better-
know anybody that has that, do we?
It's better for somebody who doesn't have it, who wants to gain the
Yeah,
background.
just the Rosicrucians.
Well,
Oh, only
I
for
am
Rosicrucians?
perfectly willing to experiment with it and see what I can do. I have an idea.
I shall put those
Carl wouldn't mind having
the party sheet.
arcane abilities, since he's pretty powerless the way he is now.
At the next advance, all you do is you pick arcane background. And story-wise, you state that that's what you've done. You've been studying with the
And then you can
Rosicrucians.
And then you can start casting magic as the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Carl
Okay.
will definitely
I've
like to do
added
that. I'm sure that doesn't-
I've added your relics to the party sheet. A large
Right,
blessed weapon is probably a very large sword or something like that. You know what I mean? It's going to be the size of a great sword or something like that if it's a large.
So
blessed weapon.
Carl, are you going to take that?
it's
arcane
You don't
background?
have to. No one has to take them
It's
now.
up in
They're
the
in your
air.
reliquary.
Well, no, I
it's in the
understand that.
air.
But when the next advance comes up, are
Yeah.
we?
I would
I don't want
I
three
would-
people to take it and then.
I
So,
would definitely like to do it,
plan
but it's everybody has fair shots. So however we want to
Tatsuya
determine
is
that.
willing to do it for 2 reasons. One, he has no ranged attacks. And 2,
I
it would
think
kind of fit
Katya
with his.
just got a new sword.
Nah,
right?
that's too big, clunky. I don't want a big old great sword. Bleh.
It doesn't say what it is. So again, from a setting point of view, the type of weapon will be decided by the person that takes it. So if they
Yeah,
want it to be a
so make it a
halberd or
katana.
a great battle axe or a dai katana, it can be.
Do it, man.
Or
How does it fit? How does it
does
fit
have
with
to be a melee
How does it
weapon.
fit? How does it fit with Tatsuya's vision? I didn't hear all that. What was the rest of it?
Oh, well, it kind of fits with Tatsuya's vision or my vision of how Tatsuya would develop. This is something that now that magic is considered okay, he will probably start looking into it anyhow.
Does
sounds good.
it have to be a melee weapon?
It's a melee weapon, yes.
I think Carl will develop differently because Carl needs something to do during combats, but it's definitely not his vision to become an arcane spellcaster.
It could
I
be a
would do
lot.
it to make.
Sorry to cut across you guys. It can, type is melee. Sorry, so it is a melee weapon. Sorry, carry on, Carl.
I was just gonna say it's not part of his vision. I'm just trying to make Carl more playable. So
Just
if it's
says
Tatsuya's vision, I think that makes more sense.
Are there blessed ranged weapons?
Take the melee weapon then.
Yeah, he could do
I
the
just
melee
closed the
weapon.
table, didn't I?
I definitely need something to actually do.
Well, no, I mean, your whole point is when you basically what you actually need to do, and this comes on to the next thing to decide is what you probably want to do is go on a monster hunt to get some more rip attack.
Yeah,
For your next
but
adventure.
But Carl is basically half of Bartholomew, right? Because Bartholomew is leaning into the Ripper Tech 100%. Carl just has the extracts.
You know,
So-
you looking at your character's background, if you want, looking at your edges and everything, you can always go the other way and really turn back in. I can't remember if it was your mother's side or your father's side, but you could definitely become a darn sight more faithful regarding to whichever way your parents went, and basically take arcane background miracles. You want?
That would that would work. Would that be? Let's see.
You
My
basically
mother's side
really-
was the
Yeah, basically, if you know what I mean,
Saint
if
George.
Tatsuya, basically, if Tatsuya basically wants to sort of develop into the magical side of things, you could definitely, basically, based on the background of your character, you could definitely decide to follow the path of your mother and properly join the Order of St. George and devote yourself, and basically you'll get miracles.
Okay, well, I'm willing to do that because he definitely respects Saint George, even though he does the extracts.
So you
Yeah, that'd
basically,
be fine.
yeah,
I'd be
your
happy to do- so
next advance, you take arcane background miracles instead. You see.
Okay, I'll do that then. That would be great. Then
It
I'd
would
have a
be in
little more to
keeping with
lean
your
on.
character. It would be in keeping with your character, and obviously, you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would work great then. That would work great.
Yeah. That's absolutely
All right,
fine. So yeah.
Well then, if nobody's going to take the no,
The weapon?
The
well,
You
point,
can keep the
I know
weapon and always see about trading it to somebody
Wait,
else.
is Tatsuya? It sounded to me like Tatsuya was going to take the relic that gives you
no,
an
he's
arcane.
talking about the wand as well, right?
Well, Tatsuya is
Oh.
interested in taking the background magic so that he can use the wand, whatever power is on it.
Carl,
he is
I
less
mean,
interested in
Doss,
the
were you-
weapon.
Doss, in your version of Carl, was he taking the wand, or was he doing that because he has the connection to Saint George and he could?
No.
just do
I
it
was saying
without the wand?
because you wouldn't get the wand if you went down the Order of St. George. But the point was you were
There you go.
implying you wanted
So-
to do something because you didn't want to take the wand
I'll
away
do-
because Tatsuya wanted to take the wand as well. My
Yeah,
interpretation.
so I'll
was.
do it without the wand. That sounds great. Thank you. I'll do it without the wand, so Tatsuya can have the wand.
There are large.
Got it, Tatsuya.
There are large
Tatsuya?
blessed, cursed, or magic weapons. There are also small blessed or cursed magic weapons. Now,
Whether they all have to be melee.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go look up the extra tables. Tables.
Because-
I
Yeah,
believe they
'cause-
are all melee. Yes.
Well, Carl could use a better weapon, but obviously, I have my hands full with the Saint George as well. So things are looking better for Carl.
I should check my gems blood. But in the meantime,
Because-
Whoever does take the wand, can I suggest that you learn a light spell, please?
I have no problem seeing about converting a blessed thing into Ripper Tech or weird science stuff.
Is this
I
lodge
knew how to-
in the wrong place, Kevin, because of the extension for this Rivers thing?
Have we figured out who's taking the wand? Is Tatsuya
Yes.
taking the wand?
Yeah,
the
I
lodge, the
believe so.
lodge is where we put lodges until you decided to put lodges somewhere else. Yes,
Well, I didn't put them somewhere else. That was. Guess a keel did that.
I know. I did. I'm not saying you. I think you'll find the lodges you want are under campaign as opposed to
Yeah, I know
under
where the white
players.
ones. I know where they're under campaign. I just wonder why there's two of them. Must be something to do with the extension.
Must be too what?
Well,
It's
there's lodges in two
probably
places. You've got one under
because
player and one under
it's probably
campaign.
because Ripper Tech uses the old code for the HQ. Yeah, I don't know why there's two. It's a simple answer. It's probably because the the enabling the HQ extension in the Ripper's rule set probably triggers the icon that's buried in Suede, isn't it? It's probably one of those things that if you want to code it so it sits in the right place, I won't say no. I don't do code these days. Well, I never do code.
Where
I just crap at it.
Where what sits in the right place? Sorry.
There's two
It
lodges.
doesn't matter. It's just the lodges. If you look on the sidebar, you got lodges
Oh, the
under
player in the
players,
campaign.
and you got lodges under campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, and they really
the
should be
lodges in
too.
the player is the one that is activated in Suede by default. It got moved from a. It got moved. I think it was. Yeah, who was it? Magrancy. It was Magrancy did it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've created the first HQ's extension for the.
And then Akil incorporated it into the rule set, didn't he? So that the one
Yeah.
that comes up under player is your one, and then the one down in campaign is some other version. Yeah.
Well, no, because mine was an actual separate extension, but that was incorporated into Suede, so there shouldn't be a HQ
But
extension
I
right now.
think what actually happened is we added it to Rippers first. I think because I think Rippers was the first to have used. No, Rippers had lodge extensions. Rippers lodge extensions probably predates your HQ extension code, or you used your code. I don't know because Akil wrote it all. So I don't know how it came about, but yeah, it's all
Yeah, now
restoring.
The actual HQ I wrote for Superpowers Companion.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But that
Rippers
got
predates
incorporated
that, doesn't
into-
it?
It got incorporated into the rule set, and then you got a.
Well, I don't know if Rippers
Yeah.
had lodges before that. I honestly don't know that. I know that there was no thing for HQs, so I created the templates and the windows for it.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, I think Ripper, the original Ripper's rule set had code to do it. Whether the Superpowers Companion that was out then, I can't remember. We're talking a long time ago.
Yeah,
We're
It
talking
did.
FG. I'm talking Fantasy Grounds Classic version 1.
Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah.
That's why there wasn't
Yeah.
anything for HQs. That's why I
Yeah, exactly.
created the HQ extension.
I'd like to see what the one in
Yeah.
in
Anyway, in
Rippers
answer to
looks
your
like.
question, according to the rule book, they're always melee weapons. Rules as written. Okay, so what adventure are you doing next time? Are you because obviously it's up to you guys. Sometimes I'll force your hand, but most of the time at the end of a session, you choose what type of adventure you want to do next. You
I
can do
vote Monster Hunt.
you can do hunting,
let's go
investigation,
monster
recruiting, research, or socializing. But you fancy a monster hunt? Well,
Yeah,
who?
monster hunting, I fancy
Someone's
killing
got
some
relatives in Europe, haven't they? I know Sir Bartholomew met some in France. If anyone, if you want, we can.
American, so I've bound to have some relatives somewhere out there.
And if they want to go monster hunting, I have the perfect relatives for that.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking, if you want to go for a monster hunt, what I'm just looking at the diary. Let's look at the calendar. We'll come out to waning gibbous. What's the next day? Waning gibbous means you've missed the full moon, doesn't it? It means the full moon's already happened. So, I think basically, your friends and family may have. I think the simple thing is you got the right friends for that sort of thing. I'm going to say a letter arrives to you about strange goings on in your hometown.
I'm
And,
also of the old world faction too.
I know. So exactly, but you basically reading between the lines. I'm gonna have to look up. I can't find half your characters' backgrounds. That's by the by. But yeah, you get the distinct impression that you need to head to your family ancestral home, because it looks like the villages near about are suffering overnight cases of blood loss.
Oh boy.
They go to bed. They go to bed fully and healthy, and the next day they're found very pale and very dead. And well, most of the time they're found very pale and very dead. Sometimes there's nobody there at all. But in every case, there is always blood. In every case, there's obviously blood found at the scene, just not any left in any bodies that are found at the scene. Time to do a vampire hunt.
Has James
That's
Mason moved
Vampire.
into the area?
Oh, you just spoiled it for us, Kev.
I would have told you, like, prepare for vampires.
So that's what I shall generate a nice vampire hunting adventure for you next time.
That's very Kolchak of you.
I hope you enjoyed it today. I had a lot of fun, guys. I shall see you in a fortnight. And be very quiet. You be hunting vampires.
It was sphinctabulous. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thanks very much, guys. And I'll see you all at Sunday week for some Rippers, or those that are playing on Tuesday. I'll see you on Tuesday for some Savage Pathfinder.
I will
Thanks,
finish
everyone.
this